What's up, everybody in the house tonight? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody in the house tonight? What's up? What's up? Yeah.
Guess who just got back today? The Wild-Eyed Boys that had been away. Welcome to the Garrett and Steve show.
I don't know the next verse.
Haven't
Changed.
had much to say, but man, I'm sure that think those cats are crazy.
That's not what he says. He goes, "Where them cats away." That's what he says.
That's what he said. The boys are back in town.
But I have to say, intros are getting better and better every week.
Oh man, that was perfected.
That one was perfect. That one got me pretty good. 'Cause it took me a second. Because every time you'll say something that makes me go, "What the fuck's he going on about?" But usually, I figure it out. Sometimes I figure. Sometimes it's just, "What the fuck's he talking about?" That one took me the first sentence. By the second one, I was like, "Oh, the boys are back."
But it was so fitting, like it made sense. We were away for a little bit. We came back. We're wild-eyed. I don't know the lyrics.
Definitely wild-eyed. Yeah.
How was your Memorial Day?
Oh my God, Garrett, I couldn't even begin to tell you. So how was yours?
Same, man. Who went to a Mexican restaurant?
Whoa.
Wow. Yeah.
You hate your country. Why would you do that?
Yeah. I don't
It's
know.
not Mexican. It's not Memorializazo. No. Memorialization Day.
Station? I don't know. I thought you were going to go for Dia.
No. Dia de I think it's a Zichon at the end of Memorial.
Oh, yeah?
I promise.
What part of Memorial is the Sejan part?
Just the end.
Okay. Well, good. I guess you know more than me.
Yep.
No, yeah, I went to Mexican place, had some nachos, and
Just
Jamie got the Mexican steak.
is that like the Mexican hamburger that I ordered the other day?
Maybe it's like it was like 3 or 4 thin slices of steak with like jalapenos and Oaxaca cheese melted on top of it.
Yeah.
Same.
I think that's what they do.
That's what they do.
That's basically the hamburger I had. I think they just take American food and they say Mexican style, and they just throw peppers and cheese on it.
Yeah.
That's it. Italians do a similar thing with pizza ingredients. That's why there's a pizza burger.
But at least Italians have different ingredients and things. Mexicans, it's always the same.
The cheese and jalapenos.
Yeah, and just wrapped differently. They call it different things. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Tortas,
Sopes, enchiladas, quesadillas.
obviously tacos and burritos.
Yeah.
They're all just a different wrapping around the same pile of shit. Yeah.
And then the other countries, the Spanish or South American countries that rip them off, it's like they'll have like 2 hard tortillas, a arepa or whatever, but it's all still all the same thing.
Yes, a arepa. They do a lot of arepas.
But yeah, other than that, not a memorable Memorial Day.
No, you're really testing your luck. You're trying to get deported. Going to get fucking Mexican food on Memorial Day. You're supposed to be in a backyard eating hot dogs.
I know. But we had just gotten back from a wedding, so we didn't feel like traveling again to go somewhere. Yeah.
Instead, you hop the border.
Hop the border, yeah.
Aye. All right. Well, that's a fun Memorial Day. Nothing to report for mine other than I went to my aunt-in-law, I guess is what you would call it.
Your aunt.
It's not an in-law?
I think it's just your aunt now, right?
I don't know. I still call my father-in-law my father-in-law. He's not my daddy now.
True.
It's like
you should just call him daddy.
I should.
My dad's my father. And then you're my daddy.
The next time I drop Charlie off, I'll be like, "Hey, daddy, here's grandbaby.
No, I feel like I don't know if Caitlyn had a niece before you got married. She's now your niece. It's not like your niece-in-law.
It isn't
I've never heard of a
because
niece-in-law.
it's my brother-in-law's, daughter, so it would be my niece-in-law.
Yeah, technically, I
I
think
think you
you're
just
correct.
throw all the in-law on every end of everyone's name.
It makes it more like easy for the outsider to know that.
You know who I'm talking about? I'm talking about my aunt.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm talking about my aunt-in-law. It's a little different, but it's the same.
And Jamie does like the this person's my aunt, but they're not officially their aunt. Like she's related to Jamie's sister who has another father, but it's like her sister's aunt, but Jamie just called her aunt because they grew up together forever. And it's so when I first met her, I was like kind of confused. I was like, wait, whose sister is this? And it got all confusing. But yeah.
I've had aunts and uncles that were just like my mom's friends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I didn't really realize I was slightly older. Like, oh, they're not related to me at all. It's just, that's my Uncle Mike. He's not my uncle. She's a very good friend.
But since Jamie and I got married so late in life, she has nieces, but should they call me Uncle Garrett now?
That's something going on with my family too, because it is weird. I have no input. I'm just like, call me whatever. I'm not going to tell you. You're like halfway to adults. And I remember because one of my nephew-in-law, he's like 15-ish.
Yeah.
So he's a teenager. I go, hey, call me Uncle Steve. When I was that age, I had the exact same situation where I have my aunt who got married when I was that age. I do not call him Uncle Joe.
Yeah.
He's just Joe. He doesn't. I feel like he doesn't even want me to because it would be weird. It's like, no, I met you you were pretty much an adult. I'm not your fucking. You call me uncle if it makes you feel happy. I'm part of the family, of course.
Yeah.
But you ain't gotta. I prefer you didn't.
It's weird. Yeah. Yeah. My aunt and uncle got married the same year I was born. So then it's just aunt and uncle. That's how it is.
Exactly. Again, these people that were friends of my mother, my aunt and uncle. It's how you're raised into it. You can't just start that. Can you imagine? My mom has these friends that when I'm 16, she's like, "Oh, this is your uncle now. They're really good friends. I really like them. They've been around for 2-3 years now, and I really feel a lot of trust with them. So this is now your Uncle Bob." I'm not comfortable with that, Mom.
Yeah,
I jerk off. I'm at the age where this kind of stuff is not. I'm too old. I want to drive a car, not have new relatives that aren't related to me.
But at the wedding I went to, it was Jamie's niece, or my niece, I guess.
Your niece-in-law.
My niece-in-law, yeah. And they instead of a guest book, they had 3 of their favorite movie posters that people could sign, and then they were going to hang it up in their house. And Jamie signed it, and it didn't sign my name. And I was like, just sign my name. So then I wrote plus Uncle Garrett.
Did it feel weird?
It did. It felt really weird.
Uncle.
But that's going to be memorialized on their wall forever.
I hope you wrote uncle in all caps in very big letters. Uncle Garrett.
Some arrows pointing to it.
I'm your uncle now. What movie poster did you sign? What were the movies?
It was the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Never seen it. It's a Wes Anderson
joint. Think so, yeah. Never saw it. I want to say Step Brothers, and is is Zootopia a movie?
Yes.
Maybe it was Zootopia.
It's an animated movie.
I don't know I don't know what it is. Yeah, I forget. I only saw him for a second.
Was it We Bought a Zoo?
It was We Bought a Zoo.
It's
that Brad Pitt vehicle, right?
No, it's the documentary about that Clippers owner. What's his name?
Donald Sterling.
Donald Sterling. It's a documentary. Turns out that guy was kind of racist.
No, he wasn't.
No?
No.
That's what I heard from the internet. But I didn't read into it at all.
No,
if I'm being honest with you. I just heard he said, I own a team of the you-know-what. I love them. But only because they're my basketball He said a bunch of bad things.
He got what happened to Daniel Snyder a few years later. You know,
What happened to Daniel Snyder?
He owned the Redskins, and they didn't like
right.
him, so they started like going through all their emails and to find something, and that's why John Gruden got fired.
I was gonna say that was how Gruden got in trouble with the Raiders because they found his fucking emails,
his Michelin tire lips,
Michelin tires to some guy who worked on the Redskins.
No, it was Gene Upshaw, the head of the NFLPA.
What's up, dog?
So at this wedding, I had a little conundrum, or I don't know how to something happened
at your niece-in-law's wedding.
At my niece-in-law's wedding, had a normal wedding. We got there. We stayed at a bed and breakfast, like across the street from where the wedding was. It's not that big of a fan, but
I've never done that before. Was this your first B&B?
Unless I stayed in one with like my parents when I was younger, I think it is.
Now, is it like basically what I've seen in movies, because I've never been to one. I think the one that Vito Spatafor goes to in The Sopranos is like it's open where you walk out of your bedroom and it's just like some house you're in basically with all these other people.
It's a big house.
And you have to share the bathroom with all these fuckers. No?
We
had
our own bathrooms.
Oh,
thank God.
Thank God.
Because when we first got there, I'm in my room and our bathroom is like as big as our room. And there's only one way in. And then I'm like, wait, people have to walk through our room to go to the bathroom? And Jamie's like, no, you idiot. They have their own bathroom. Hey, I was like, I had no idea.
Again, yeah. All what I've seen in movies is the opposite, where like that's the whole problem with them. If someone, down the hall's taking a shit, that's your problem now. Now you got to deal with that.
But our bathroom did have another door that went into the hallway that I guess they could open, but it was locked.
You had like the hotel shared room door to your bathroom?
From the bathroom to the hallway, yeah.
I would have fucking put a chair against it if it fit.
But yeah, it was like some old house, and there was maybe 8 rooms, 7 rooms, and it was full when we were there. Everyone, then you go down and they make breakfast for you in the morning. It was nice.
The second B. I was wondering about the other B.
Yeah.
How was the breakfast at the bed and B?
We only did one breakfast. We skipped the second day, but it was fine. It was like some sort of like I don't know, like some square, kind of looked like a square, like a cornbread almost, but it had like eggs and onions and potatoes and cheese in it.
Was it French toast?
That was the second day. Yeah, this looked just like a piece of cornbread, a big square yellow color, but it had some breakfasty stuff in it, and a few link sausages.
Nice.
And a cup of fruit. Yeah.
All right, was it filling?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was good.
Was the breakfast at the bread and breakfast filling? Did you have enough to eat? You're looking quite famished, Garrett. I'm worried about you.
No, definitely. Amy keeps saying, "Look, you have a belly. You have a belly." It's like, oh God, I really got to get on that diet soon.
Kaylin keeps mentioning to me, like very slyly, like, "You're a fat fuck. You're a fat fucking fat fuck." I'm just like, hey,
Jesus. Stop talking sexy to me.
Yeah, what are you doing? Charlie's awake.
So yeah, at this wedding, we go to the what is the ceremony? I guess the ceremony's outside.
I guess that's what they call it. The wedding ceremony.
It's raining, so they had to like quickly move all the chairs under some tent, and some people had to stand or whatever. But it was a quick ceremony. They didn't even really do it. They did vows ahead of time, so it was kind of quick.
Hell yeah.
15.
Appreciate when people do that.
Yeah, 15, 20 minutes. Nice. Then we get to the cocktail hour and, open bar. Great appetizers like bacon wrapped scallops, artichoke dips, and beef, like kebab cubes kind of thing. The food was really good. Had a glass of wine there. Then get up to the wedding.
Did anybody drink full pint glasses of Jameson and at 1:30 in the morning ruin the whole thing?
Maybe I'm not there yet.
Sorry, didn't mean to rush ahead. Didn't mean to rush out. I will wait for the crescendo of the story.
So then cocktail hour ends. We head upstairs to the wedding, sit down and find our table, then go outside to, like, right outside the door is the bar at a different, upstairs from the cocktail hour, new bar. And the guy's like, $10 for that glass of wine.
He said it like that?
He was just like $10. And I was like, wait, we have to pay? He was like, yeah. I was like, I didn't even have any money, I didn't even bring my wallet with me. I was like, I'm just going to be drinking all night, and I'm sleeping across the street. I had to run in to get Jamie's credit card and then pay $10 for a glass.
No money, no whiny.
Have you ever heard of that before?
I've paying for drinks after the open bar. No, I don't think that's a very common thing.
No, right? And like they had like a paper list,
again, I don't know.
a menu or whatever. Now, I was thinking like, because when I was waiting online, I saw people paying. I was like, oh, they must be ordering some special drink or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm just ordering off the paper menu, and then nope. And I couldn't, not even like one glass of wine or a beer with dinner or something. Nothing. Couldn't believe it. It put me in the mood the whole night. Then I tried to like go out to a liquor store and buy liquor because they had free cans of Coke. And I walked all the way to the liquor store, and the stupid liquor store only sold wine, mead, cider, cider, and beer or whatever. Yeah.
People are going in there for fucking mead.
I don't know. So then I
you could have snuck some beers in with you. Which at that point, why not?
No, I couldn't.
Just fucking filled your pockets with cans of beer.
They were confiscating all outside drinks.
The fucking hell!
I swear, they made an announcement toward the beginning of the wedding, like if you have an outside drink, you have to leave it out here or whatever.
God.
Jamie went to the bar in the hotel, which was aside from the open bar place, and bought like because her aunt drinks Prosecco, and they didn't have Prosecco at this bar, so she got it from the other bar, and then got herself a drink. And then other people noticed, and they went and like bought a bottle of Prosecco and came back with it, and they caught them, and they were like, "Nope, can't do that.
Gotta pay us."
Yeah, I just couldn't
trying to make some money off this motherfucking wedding.
Yeah, I don't know. I just set me in a bad mood. Not really, but it was just annoyed.
Getting,
you're at, especially if it's a destination wedding. We bought flights.
It would have worked on me, by the way. I would have been paying out the ass for that booze.
Yeah, you almost have to, right? Because that's
what are you gonna do? Just hang out at a wedding all sober and shit? Just go home at that point.
My whole mind was set like, all right, at least I'm gonna be.
It's time for Loud Garrett to show up.
Yeah.
Loud Garrett's gonna be here tonight. Hey, the bride looks like shit now. She looked pretty before. She's drunk. She got cake on her face. She looks like an idiot.
They didn't even do the cake thing.
No?
No.
Do they have a Skittles cake?
Nope, no cake. No, not even a cake at all. There was like desserts at the end, but there was not even a cake or anything.
Wow.
I feel
like sounding more and more like a Gino wedding by the second.
But it was a really nice wedding. It was in this.
Oh, you're saying Gino's wasn't?
Gino's was a nice wedding too.
All right. Almost caught you being mean.
No, but it was, in kind of a fancy inn place, INN, not a cool inn place.
That's what I thought you meant. This fancy happening place. Well, the cool cats like to hang.
It was like, like a big reception hall and, a typical wedding. It was like a wedding kind of thing. But yeah, I just don't. And they didn't there was no notice like, hey, this is like at cocktail hours, the only open bar. I only got one glass of wine because there was like a line. I'm like, I'll just wait till the wedding starts and I'll go.
Duh.
Yeah, I got fucking screwed.
You bide your time anyway. You can't be getting hammered before the wedding. And you might do something stupid.
Yeah.
I can't believe. But so did you drink it all?
You
had to tell me you dropped about $3,000 at this bar because that's what you had to do.
I got a glass of wine, and then Jamie bought her aunt and Prosecco and herself a drink. And then Then maybe at the end, like toward the end of the wedding, Jamie bought us another drink. That was it.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a wedding.
Uh-huh.
You should have pulled the old like drink most of the wine, then bring it back to the bar and be like, there's a hair in this. Can I have another? This was a hair in my drink. And then, just yank half your fucking scalp off by the fifth one. I don't know what's happening.
I should have tried anything.
Should try to scam them somehow. At least there was a way to get alcohol.
True.
Again, not to bash the Gino wedding, because as we mentioned, it was a lovely wedding.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a point at the end of it when that black cowboy with the white cowboy hat showed up and was like, no more drinks.
Oh, yeah.
And I had just walked to my hotel, dropped off Caitlin and the baby, and walked back. And the second I came back, me and the fucking black cowboy walked to the bar at the same time. And he was like, yeah, it's all over now. And I was like, what do you mean? They're still all dancing over there. The wedding's still going. And he started getting angry at me. He was like, drinks are over. Now go.
Wow.
And he said, and I was like, you go.
You go.
In my head. Because I didn't feel like get into a tussle with this man who was much bigger than me. And wiser, clearly, and cowboy hatting. So I just walked away and I was like, fucking asshole. Then I was like, now if he was like, hey, you got to give me money, I would have been like, oh, well, all right.
All right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
But I forgot my wallet that night.
I was like, oh, what am I going to do? And I just sucked it up. And yeah. And then at least like the food came out pretty quickly. I mean, we were still there for 4 or 5 hours, but
without a fucking gut full of booze. 4 or 5 hours doing what? Chatting?
I don't know, eating or whatever. And then that was the thing too. Like they gave us 3, maybe 4 options for dinner. And it was like stuffed lobster, a pork chop, prime rib, then maybe like a vegetarian thing or whatever. So we each picked a thing. Then it comes out and they just had all the things on one big platter and put it on the table.
What?
Yeah, it wasn't like
family style.
Kind of, yeah.
So other people were picking at your lobster.
Kind of. I went with the pork chop because I was like, I know if I pick the stuffed lobster, it sounds great, but at a wedding, you're going to get the teeniest little portion of a lobster.
Yeah.
So that's why I picked the pork chop. So, and I was kind of correct, but now I got to eat the stuffed lobster because it was extras on the. But yeah, it was like half a lobster tail that had like crab stuffing on top. So it really wasn't that.
So it was for everyone to share, and you took the whole pork chop. You're like, this is mine. My pork chop. You guys eat the other shit.
No, I was out looking for liquor when the food came. So when I came back, Jamie had made my plate for me.
You're on a liquor hunt. Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
So you came back to a prepared plate. You didn't have to deal with the awkwardness
of
these other people at your table. Maybe you know, maybe you don't. So did you get that?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna eat this. Or eat that too, though. I'm gonna have the lobster and the pork chop.
But I did. I had the lobster, I had the pork chop, I had the prime rib. So I'm not complaining about that. I tried to get
other people's food going, I ordered this too. And I got this one. Feeling a little bit picky. I think I had this too, actually.
But I did have some self-control. Like Jamie didn't put a stuffed lobster on my plate because I guess she assumed maybe other people had ordered. But then like when it was like running low, Aunt Sandy was like, anyone want a stuffed lobster? And I was like, oh, I'll go.
Yes, Aunt Sandy.
Yes, Aunt Sandy.
Please, Aunt Sandy. I went to a rehearsal dinner once before a wedding that was kind of like that, but you didn't order anything. It was just like family style food got brought to your table. But we're at a table with all these people I don't know because it's Caitlin's friend who's getting married and she barely knows the people to begin with. So I don't know them at all. And I'm trying not to look like a gavone scooping fucking like half a tray of galamai into my fucking plate. Yeah. But I'm fucking starving. I was so hungry and they're just bringing like one appetizer out at a time. And it's a portion that would like everybody could have a small chunk. There would be the whole table. So when the plate gets passed around,
a whole thing comes out, and you have to. All right, there's 16 people here. I have to try to take 1/16 of a portion of this plate.
Garrett, I got the nudge at one point. I think it was galama. If not, it was some other thing where you could pour it into your plate, like pieces. And it had made its way around the entire table, and I was like the last guy.
Oh, perfect.
And
you
there
get
was
the rest.
like half the thing left. So I wasn't going to take the whole half because, half the table was ladies and they put like 2 pieces in their plate.
Yeah.
And it was seafood, so half of them didn't even take any. But I have the half a thing here now to me. And I'm like, I think one of the first things that came out, I was like, I'm going to eat this whole fucking thing. I'm so hungry. So I slowly start just kind of shoveling it into my plate. And by my 3rd scoop, I get a nudge. Save some for the other people. I'm like, they all fucking had a chance.
Yeah.
It's my turn. And Steve's turn's the biggest turn at the table. I'm hungry.
What a key spot to be last.
It was perfect. But I
rotation.
noticed, not only did I get a nudge, there was a dude sitting next to me, tall, lanky guy, and he was kind of eyeballing what I was doing. It was like he took a baby portion, gave it to me, and saw like, oh, what? I didn't know we were going for it. This guy's getting all the fucking calamari. I didn't know we were allowed to go for it. So as soon as I put it back down, I think he took more.
Yeah, that's what I hate about those whole family style things, because it's like, I don't want to have to try to proportion out and
I'm hungry.
Think of other people.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I don't want to be considerate.
Considerate?
Fuck
No,
that.
God.
I don't order food in consideration of others.
Right.
It's just me hungry now.
Yeah. Stop ruining my
Food
dinner.
me. Food daddy.
Ah.
Did you have something about that? Do you know the dinner I'm talking about? For Tony? Yeah. That's what it was. It wasn't calamari. It was pasta.
Okay.
And you were
So that's what it was. I think there was a thing with the calamari too. I think this was 2 things that happened. I may have gotten one nudge over there. Maybe I misplaced where the nudge was, but I remember me and the guy eyeballing an appetizer after he saw how much I took. And he was like, well, I want some too. But I guess the second course was definitely the second thing, which was pasta. And there were 2 different types. One was like, I guess, vodka sauce on the other end of the table and the regular marinara on my side. And so I just started scooping a shitload into my plate because I was still hungry. And Caitlin was like, stop, what are you doing? Like, other people can eat this. I'm like, they have that one over there. They don't need this one. They have a whole fucking giant bowl of that. What do they need this for?
Yeah, I won't even eat any of that one.
Yeah.
I'll just eat this one.
People like vodka better than marinara anyway. Whatever. I'll just eat this whole thing. See, I don't do well with. I'm better with hand the fucking animal his own plate of food, and he can only eat that.
Same with me. Yeah, my parents were, at least at a time, were kind of into like community dining. At least when we were on vacation, where you go to a place and you sit at a table with 8 other people, and they just bring out trays of food, and you share it with those people and talk to them.
Oh, fuck
the worst. The worst. That was what was the worst about this Airbnb. We're sitting down for dinner, on breakfast. And
eating is not a time you want to have a fucking chat with
no.
Drinking, yes. That's when you lose some inhibition, you're more bubbly and ready to talk to people. When you're eating, you're really stuffing your goddamn face. And the end result is you get like kind of sluggish and like, oh boy. Like if you're eating out, at least, at home or whatever, maybe normal people eat healthy and they don't feel like that after a meal. Stupid fags, I say. When I'm done eating, I'm usually like, oh my God, I need to lay down. Not a time I want to have a fucking casual chit chat with someone.
No, especially strangers.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's the worst. Yeah. So during our breakfast, the owner was just like chatting Jamie's ear off and just all about what they're doing to the place and but I don't even know. I was just like sitting there quiet. I kind of felt bad because I was just letting Jamie hang there, but I was like, I don't even know what to say to her. I just want to keep eating. Get like the quicker
Is
I
it
end
okay
this.
to do that? I feel like it should be socially acceptable if you're in an eating setting, someone's yapping at you. If you just no, I can't. I'm busy.
I just wanted to finish my food so we could go back up to our room as quickly as possible. That was really my goal.
You didn't want to between bites go, oh yeah. No, it was raining yesterday. It's so weird. It's so nice today. But it's kind of cloudy. And for this inane, wonderful fucking conversation, I'm going to remember for the rest of my life.
And there were like 2 or 3 other couples in the room, and she wasn't talking to any of them, just Jamie.
That happens to us all the fucking time. It drives me fucking insane. Whenever we're in any fucking out and social setting, bar, restaurant, whatever it is, we'll be the one people in the whole place that are the random asshole you don't want to talk to walks up to and starts talking to. It's like, why? Why'd you pick us? I didn't ask for this ever. Fuck you. I'm usually not nice, but Caitlin's the nicest person in the world, so she always has to engage and be like, "Oh yeah, no."
Yeah,
and
I don't know. Like, I don't know how they do it.
I just start staring at her like, "What are you doing? Ruining everything. Act like you hate him, like I am."
Jamie will walk by in Brooklyn, in the city. Will walk by, someone's sitting on their stoop. Hey, have a good evening. What are you doing? Why are you talking to these people?
Yeah, random strangers in Brooklyn. That's a big one. I would never do that. I mean, if they say hi to you, sure. But even then, you have to like, hey, what do you want? Get away from me.
Yeah.
So, wait, what did the lady at the bed and breakfast want to talk to you about? Is it the weather?
I don't think it was it was like the fixes she did to the house, because it was like,
oh, it was her place.
It was her place. So it was just like things she had changed, and she's also like rescues dogs. So there was like some dog stories in there about, because her dog had just had some procedure and was doing better, but she had to walk him late at night, blah, blah. And he doesn't. He doesn't
Did you
like
say,
the rain.
excuse me, I'd like to go dog out my wife. Can you please shut the fuck up? You're ruining breakfast. Killing the mood.
We even got like a double story, because when we first showed up there, she told us about her injured dog that had a procedure, and how she had to walk it late at night with a see-through umbrella because the incision couldn't get wet, but the dog doesn't like rain or something like that. And then at breakfast the next day, we got the same story.
Oh my God.
And then we heard this.
Well, you could.
You could.
You'd be probably her least favorite guest at the B&B at that point, but you could just be like, oh, you fucking told us that already, you idiot. God, tell someone other asshole your stupid story. I'm eating an egg thing.
There's 3 other couples here. Tell them that story.
I wonder if she already got the shut up idiot from
Probably.
all 3 other couples. You're the only people that kept engaging. Yeah, that's a tough one, because you're going to have to undoubtedly see her for the rest of your stay. So if you're rude, it's like, what if you need something? You know, you should think of it in a totally sociopathic way, where you're only nice to people if you ever need something from them. You should never just be nice because it's the right thing to do.
Definitely not.
You should only be nice to people you can get something from, obviously.
I mean, she was nice in general, and she let us check out a little bit later because no one was going to be there for the next few days. So it was fine, but yeah, it was.
Well, it sounds like, you had a spectacular time in Maine at a bed and breakfast.
It wasn't that bad. It was just
you live such a Garrett-y life. That's such a thing. Like, I can't picture myself doing, but I'm like, yeah, Garrett. Yeah.
I can see him go to a bed and breakfast.
See him doing that, and just the whole time, like you said, just like, oh, this is stupid.
It really is. All the time. That is my life. Just getting dragged to stupid places that I would never choose myself.
Just picturing you at the bar. Like, I have to pay now? This is stupid.
That was me. I couldn't believe it.
Stupid B&B.
But I put a poll up on Twitter asking if that was egregious or not, and egregious won.
I think I voted for egregious.
Yeah,
I definitely saw that. Oh my God. Now I kind of want to go to a bed and breakfast. I want to try out, but I want to go to a real bed and breakfast where there's a toilet in the hallway that everyone has to. All fucking 15 people in this place are stacked together using one toilet somehow. That's shower.
More like a hostel. Yeah.
Oh, it's more like Caitlin said it's the opposite of a bed and breakfast. It's more of a hostel, but you're saying SO.
H-O-S.
H-O. Oh my God, I just had a fucking stroke. I was like, why? How come when I'm saying this letter, it sounds like it's not the letter I'm saying? Hostile. Never mind.
Fucking hostile.
Yeah, I wanna take a 2-hour shit and blow up the bathroom at fucking 9 a.m. when everyone's trying to do stuff.
And that was the thing too. It's like, luckily I'm a heavy sleeper, but these people that go to bed and breakfasts, they're up at 5:30 in the morning, and then they're like right outside our room having conversations with the other couples.
Gonna go for a hike and jerk off in the woods. Staying at a B&B. That's by the way, that's the whole thing. That lady that was talking to you, she owns that place because she just she wants to talk to strangers all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah. She wants to have random B&B orgies whenever she chats people into fucking her.
Yeah, because she said she's from like Cincinnati, but then moved to Maine to own this bed and breakfast. Yeah, you definitely want to chat with people.
Nonstop.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. If I can get the camera up in time. It might be scratch a clock. Nope, fuck. Had it ready before there. Oh, scratch a clock.
Still going. Yeah.
This is for you, Johnny Claire. Edie Cam for Bev. Happy Memorial Day to the IDF.
Is that the Israeli Defense Forces?
International Douse of Pancakes? I'm surprised you laughed at that. That was one of the dumbest things I ever said.
There wasn't even the O in there.
No. IDOF.
Douse of pancakes.
There's my girl.
Aw.
Sweet little Edie babes.
Look, so sleepy. Oh.
But yeah, luckily you're a heavy sleeper because that does sound like hell. I'm a heavy sleeper as well. I found that out over the past 3 days.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Thank God I'm a heavy sleeper. Or else I might have actually gone fucking insane.
What happened?
Well, I've been meaning to get a new dishwasher for some time now. Okay. It's been about a piece of shit.
I remember you saying this like maybe a month ago.
It's a piece of shit. Well, over
you would say like you'd put like pretty clean dishes in there and they'd come out dirtier than
I would. Because you're supposed to like rinse dishes and then like put it, and like anything kind of stuck on there, the dishwasher will help you out with.
Yeah.
This was the opposite. I was scraping the finish off these fucking dishes before I put them in the dishwasher and the cups and shit, and they would come out dirty, and I would just lose my fucking mind. Like there was nothing in there with these crumbs and smudge on it. Where'd this come from? And like I tried opening pieces up and cleaning stuff, but nothing worked. So I'm like, all right, but I kept putting it off because I'm like, dishwashers are about $1,000 for a decent one. So I've been just like, I'll just hold off for a little while. It still kind of works.
It might be a good time now to get dishwashers because
Memorial Day.
That too,
sale.
But also I thought Trump signed some executive order where you could have water pressure in these things again.
Oh.
You know how, like the whole Seinfeld episode, because all the shower, there's like in New York City, you have to unscrew your shower and pull out some like governor that stops the water from coming out really fast.
Yeah.
Because they try to slow it down to save water. And that's what they did to all the dishwashers and everything. Everything got nerfed to try to be environmentally safe or whatever excuse they use. But now apparently you could get like a fire hose dishwasher now. Yeah.
That's what I want. I want the mega wash. I want it to fucking just break all my dishes and cups. Just fucking shatter everything. Fire pressure. But no, I don't know. I whatever I ordered, I hope it's a Trump washer.
Yeah.
I didn't click the Trump button, but I guess I should have. But yeah, this one finally met its maker. I don't know why. I didn't like.
Oh, wasn't from you fucking with it or anything?
No, I turned it on as usual, and
how old is it? It can't be that old.
I think it's about 5,000 years old.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no, it really doesn't look that old.
No,
it's probably, I don't know, 10 years old.
Okay, 10, but
10 hard years getting rode into the dirt.
My aunt, not in-law, my real aunt, had just like replaced hers maybe 2 years ago. And that was like the one she had when she first bought the house 35 years ago or whatever it was. Yeah, like usually they last a while.
Yeah, even though this one was fucking up, I thought like, well, it's working.
Yeah.
I'll keep it. but that was a mistake because the other day it just shit the bed. It got all hot and stuff, and it looked like everything was wet. But when you open the door, it was just nothing was happening. But also, it was just going beep every 30 seconds. Beep.
Like a smoke detector?
Worse, louder. And not like a chirp, like a beep. Beep.
Why?
To tell me it was broken.
Oh, really?
I don't fucking know. I have no idea.
So what do you hold down a button or something?
I held down every fucking button. I pressed every fucking thing on this thing. I touched every piece of it. I fucking undid the lid that you put the cascade shit in. I touched everything, hit the buttons on it, closed it, opened it, closed it, opened it. And I'm just like, well, I think it beep, beep. It just wouldn't fucking stop.
No way.
It was like something from a horror movie called The Beep.
And it's not like it's plugged in somewhere, right?
It's plugged. Well,
it's not
I'll
like
get to that.
Plugged into an outlet that you could just unplug it.
That's what I thought. No,
it's not, right?
No.
Yeah.
It might be, but what I looked up said no. And I got to show you the video I watched of how to uninstall a dishwasher. Because the first night I was like, all right, it's probably going to stop at some point. Like, there's no way it just does this forever. It's going to just turn off.
Is this Bruno from Black White?
It looks like it. It's the do-it-yourself power couple. But yeah, so I'm like, it'll turn off. That's crazy to think this is just gonna be going on forever. And you know, Frank came over. He's moving to Florida, so
he
hung out with him, and just all night. Like if there was dialogue happening on screen, and for a second they went quiet, you just hear beep. And Caitlin kept asking me, she's like, "You don't hear that? You don't hear that?" And I was like, "Well, I hear it if I listen to it, but I'm able to tune it out." Because I'm like, I really at that point was barely noticing it.
Really?
The TV was loud enough. I'd smoked enough fucking pot. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I was barely noticing it. But then after she said that, I was like, wait, no, now I can't stop hearing it. But I was like, oh, I just said it doesn't bother me. So now I have to act like this isn't bothering me. So Caitlin at one point goes into the kitchen after a couple gins and just rips the panel off that has all the buttons on it and like completely just rips out
nice
the top of it because she was like, I can't take the fucking beeping anymore. She went into the top of it and like cut wires. Like, because it's one of these things where you open the drawer and the top piece is where all the buttons are. Like yeah, so right on the top. So when you open it,
so on the top of the door.
Yes, on the top of the door when you open it, it's on that sliver. So she ripped off the panel that had all the buttons on it, and then just went into where it was plugged in and snipped all the wires.
Yeah, because there has to be like a speaker in there for it to make this noise, right?
Garrett, I don't know.
Oh my God!
All I know is that she snipped all those wires and nothing changed, and now I have no buttons to press. I went in there and I'm just like, what the fuck? Not that it wouldn't even matter because I already pressed every fucking combination. Like the buttons were broken.
So she snips the wire and it's like beep. Okay, not that one. Snips another one.
She snipped all the wires
all
at once. They were like all connected.
Oh, okay.
Everything she could get to, she just cut. Look, we're not keeping this thing. So cut it all. Not like, oh, let me save some of the wiring. No, she cuts it all out. And the fucking thing is beeping louder. I swear to God, I might have been imagining it, but I swear to God, the thing was beeping fucking
probably
louder.
Because you took the
panel off.
The panel off.
And now the beep's coming straight out of this hole. But dude, anywhere in the apartment, just beep, beep.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, okay, I can't take the beeping anymore. I somehow. When did the beeping stop? Yesterday morning? Or this morning? It was yesterday morning. So we only had about 24 hours of beeping. So.
Oh my God.
So yeah, actually no, Friday, Saturday. So about 36 hours of beeping. Yesterday was Monday, but it stopped on Sunday. Oh my God, it was beeping for 3 fucking days, dude.
Oh my God.
So to get
So that's how you found out you're a heavy sleeper, I guess.
yeah, because the first night I'm like, it's just gonna turn off. So I didn't bother to try anything. I'm like, there's no way that's gonna stay on all night. We turned the TV in the bedroom up really loud, and I just fell asleep. And the second night was the night where I was like, I can't take this fucking beeping anymore. Before I even went to bed.
How did Charlie handle the beeping?
He didn't notice at all, thank God.
Oh wow.
Hopefully there's not like some everlasting damage that the 3 days of fucking CIA Guantanamo torture beep did. But at night number 2, I'm like, all right, it's time for Handyman Steve to make an appearance.
Were the wires cut yet? Night number 2? Oh yeah.
This night number 2 is when the wires got cut, and it was after that.
Okay.
I was in the kitchen,
But what could you do after the wires are cut? There's not like, push this button down or whatever. You couldn't.
No, there was. So I'm like, I have to remove the dishwasher and somehow unplug this thing.
Oh, okay.
Because at this point, I'm just like, it's probably just a plug. I can just yank it out.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm kind of worried about is the connection of the water.
Mm-hmm.
The line going out of the dishwasher that forces the water in. I'm like, that's going to be a problem taking apart. So let me just look up real quick because I started yanking on it. I started bashing the door. Night number 2 is when I lost my mind. I took the handle of the dishwasher and I started just bringing it down on my knee and kneeing it at the same time. I was trying to turn the beep off manually by just putting my knee through the fucking door of the dishwasher.
Could you figure out where the speaker was at all?
I had my head inside the machine because I'm like, is it coming from in here? Because after I fucking tried to destroy the door, as you can see, that thing's made of metal. So I kind of made a very, very slight dent in the middle of it. But on my last thrust, I thought I broke my knee. I broke my knee, man.
I broke my knee, dude.
I was like, all right, that's done. Clearly, I can't break this fucking thing. I slammed the door down. I was kicking it. I was going to town on this thing, and I would lose my mind. And since there was a 30-second interval in between, I would go gorilla ape shit on the fucking dishwasher and then wait for a second. Beep! Fuck!
Thinking you got it every time. Like
every time.
I did it this time.
I was like, that was a long pause. I don't think it's beep! Every fucking
holy shit.
This is a nightmare. I was like, all right, I gotta guerrilla tactics aren't working. I gotta just look up, how do I take this out without dislodging that hose and getting fucking water everywhere? And what I found out was a couple of things. One thing I definitely did not know. And I found this video of the do-it-yourself power couple.
Okay. Now, this isn't your dishwasher.
No.
That's fine.
I think it's just kind of how do you remove a dishwasher.
Okay.
Welcome to our channel. I'm Darius Grant of DIY Power.
Darius Grant.
In this video, we're going to show you how to remove a dishwasher in 10 easy steps.
Immediately,
so let's get into it. The first thing you want to do is find the breaker panel and turn off the power to your dishwasher. Then you want to turn off your water.
By the way, I want to state for the record.
Those are 2 pretty big steps right there.
I want to state for the record. Here is something that Genius Steve thought of before even going bananas on this thing that did not work.
Like turn the power
turned the power to the entire kitchen off, and it was still fucking...
No way.
Well, here's what happened, and here's how we got tricked. Turned the entire power to the kitchen off, waited 10 seconds, and then turned it back on. And we're like, all right, that had to... Beep! Fuck! So we were like, okay, I guess once you turn the power to the kitchen back on, until we unplug this thing, once it turns back on, it's just... We'd have to have the fridge off.
Yeah,
we'd have to have everything off.
Yeah.
Everything completely off just to stop this beeping.
Oh, my God.
So we have to turn the power back on, or else everything in the fridge is going to get fucked up. The fridge itself is going to get fucked up. So I turned the power, and I'm like, all right, that didn't work. So I thought of this genius plan, and I was like, okay, that I have to remove the dishwasher.
Then you want to turn off your water. For this, you have to go under your sink and turn off the shutoff valve that is connected to your dishwasher.
Already, I'm like, okay, easy. I could do that.
You know which one's connected to
For
your
some
dishwasher?
people, you have to go to your main water line or water heater inside your home.
And I'm willing to bet mine doesn't look as simple and is not as easy as a spot as that guy's. I have a feeling that's going to be a bitch to get at. But I'm like, all I gotta do is turn a knob. Okay, what's this?
Turn off the water.
Easy. Totally easy.
For step 3, go under the sink with your crescent wrench and loosen the line where you turned off the shutoff valve.
my
Now I'm
God.
Place the
starting to
bucket
get like,
underneath
okay,
to
wait a
capture
minute.
any
God.
water.
What if I disconnect that and the water's still running? How do I fix that?
The clear plastic tube is your dishwasher water drain hose.
Okay. What?
Use a screwdriver to unscrew it and pop it off. Then pull it towards the hole to give yourself.
I'm not doing all this. I am not doing all this to undo a fucking dishwasher. I just
Yeah.
want to unplug it.
And
More
you don't know
room
what
when-
you're doing. You're gonna disconnect something you shouldn't disconnect.
Again, this all seems doable,
Uh-huh.
but I'm losing my mind because I'm just like, but I just want it to stop beeping. I don't want to fucking.
Yeah.
I already ordered a new dishwasher. I paid
you
the
order
extra
installation?
goddamn money for the it's almost $200. But I'm like, especially after I watch this, I'm like, I'm not doing this.
Uh-huh.
Again, this isn't that crazy, but it's just like if I fuck anything up, I'm fucking the kitchen's done.
Yeah.
When it's time to pull out the dishwasher. Now it's time to remove the kick plate.
The kick plate.
Usually
You know you
there's
had a
2
kick plate?
screws, but some units may have 4. Screw the left screw
Apparently
with a
there's a kick plate.
screwdriver and then unscrew the right one.
Look, screws.
Gently remove the kick plate from the unit and take a look at all the parts.
I thought the title to this video should be "How to Steal a Dishwasher in 10 Easy Steps." For no reason.
But don't be scared, we'll show you what to do next. We use this time to clean under the dishwasher.
Oh, did you slip those wires and stuff under the kick
Now
plate?
you're ready for step 6 to disconnect the electrical
didn't think of
connections
that.
under the dishwasher.
Well,
Unscrew the electrical box with your screwdriver.
here's where I was like, okay, I'm done.
Electrical box.
Here's
yeah.
where I'm like, there's no way.
Disconnect the black from the black, white from the white.
Yeah. This was the exact point. I'm like, okay,
Can't do this.
I'm going to bed.
Beep.
I'm not disconnecting all this water shit to get to the back of this thing and just to start fucking around with the electric parts. I thought, again, this was just something I unplugged. I didn't think I'd have to start unfurling wires and disconnecting things like this.
So it's not like under the cabinets plugged in somewhere or something?
My knowledge, it's just like this.
Oh my God.
Maybe. I mean, it's 10 years old, so maybe it is just plugged in. But the risk I was running of
Yeah.
taking all the water shit apart to then just get to this plug, this thing, and start ripping apart wires.
No
I was
way.
like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to bed. And you know what I'm gonna do in the morning? I'm taking a baseball bat, I'm opening the door, and I'm hitting it until the beeping stops. Here's my master plan. And that was the end of my planning
my
for
God.
it. But I think I discovered a very cool thing, which is this channel, the Do-It-Yourself Power Couple.
Yeah.
Because look, at the end of each video, they have an interview.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate 10 being hardest, removing a dishwasher?
I'd say it was probably a 5.
A 5.
He's calling me a
What
pussy.
was the
He's saying Steve's a pussy. It's a 5.
Yeah. You can't even go average.
I not even under average.
Yeah.
Pussy Steve was just gonna get a baseball bat and beat the dishwasher to death. But I like this interview style the Do-It-Yourself Power Couple does.
It's nice.
It's like
He's all sweaty, sitting on the floor, taking a break.
it's like the intro to a porn. The creepy guy behind the camera is like, yeah. So how big are your tits?
So how old are you?
Yeah.
most challenging part?
The most challenging part was taking off one of the hoses.
Okay, and what was the easiest part?
The easiest part was actually pulling it out.
That was easy.
Yeah,
It was lighter than you thought?
yeah, it's kind of light, it's top heavy on the side and the front,
Mm-hmm.
but it's easy because it's pretty light in the back.
What is one tip or some tips that you would give someone who's just first DIYing and taking out a dishwasher?
Don't break it with a baseball
Don't
bat.
give up.
Yeah, I took
You
I
gave
gave
up.
up right before I
Yeah.
started. I completely gave
You
up.
didn't watch the end of the video, I guess.
No, I watched the end of the video. And I was like, fuck
I'm
this.
still
I
giving
give up. I hit the fucking door a few more times, smashed things around, and then I gave up. I realized I had to stop kicking the absolute shit out of it because I was like just shaking the entire counter. I was afraid like the cabinets were gonna fall off the wall. And I was like, all right, I think I gotta handle this a little more delicately and just open it and then smash it with a bat. That'll fix it.
Well, it's not beeping now.
Part of the reason I was gonna smash it to smithereens with a bat is because like if this isn't better by like Tuesday, there's just gonna be a beep for the entire podcast. Caitlin, the actual genius in the house, figured out that the dishwasher was not on the same breaker as the entire rest of the kitchen. It had its own breaker.
Oh my God. So did you have to like turn off all your breakers one by one?
Yeah, she did.
Oh my God. So then everything has to reset and repower up and change the clocks.
As far as I noticed, the only thing that got affected was the oven and the microwave.
The clocks and stuff. Yeah. But it's still annoying. Like you never set your time on your microwave, then you're like, how do I do this again? And you forget. Yeah.
It is really annoying to specifically the oven because that's the one with that touch screen that never works right. And Caitlin was doing it. I was surprised she didn't put another fucking dent in it like I did the first time when I was setting the time on it, because this is exactly what happened to me when you can see it from here that it's curved. That is not a curved fucking glass thing. I punched it in because I was trying to set the time on it, and it's got like a very quick timer, so where if you're waiting for it by the minute to get it right, if you type the time in and just wait, within like 20 seconds it just goes beep and like goes back to the original screen. So what always happens is right before you go, or as soon as the time changes from like 104 to 105, you go, okay, oh fuck, and right before you go to do it, it always just goes back to the home screen every single time. I was shocked she didn't just put a second dent in it. But yeah, we're getting a new dishwasher.
Awesome.
Yeah, this Friday.
Nice.
So the sink's gonna look pretty gross probably before that, but I'll wash the dishes.
Yeah. Oh, I can't believe
wash.
Nothing was figured out though. Like, where's the speaker? How's it still making noise? Why is it making? Did you look up like why it's making this noise?
I Googled, and it's funny because you can tell by my how I misspelled things, how just completely done and like just disheveled and out of sorts I was. How to make if you
interrupt the cycle.
Yeah.
Oh, so it wasn't even beeping like I'm broken. It was beeping like, hey, you started a cycle and it stopped.
It was basically telling us like, hey, close the door, press the button and close the door or something. Or just close the door again, even though the door was closed. So it was just beep, beep, beep for a few days straight. That's why it was happening. As far as how to get it to stop, I mean, there was seemingly no way other than to destroy it.
But like, you didn't look up like in the manual for it, and
the manual. Well, no, I didn't look up I guess I could have Googled the make and model manual.
What's that?
We don't have a manual phically.
No, but online.
I could have Googled the manual. Yeah.
Yeah.
How to make stop. It probably would have been like, oh, just take the entire thing apart and unplug it. Like I thought. That's the thing. I Googled make dishwasher stop to beep. I don't even remember how I fucked it up like that, but of course nothing at all came up, like nothing useful. Like it was basically, how to install your dishwasher, and it's like, no, I know that. I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna break it, unless there's a button I could press. Which now there's no buttons.
See, I feel like you should have Googled the brand name and been like, how to stop beeping.
I was Googling how to buy gun quick. Need to shoot dishwasher. What's that?
Yeah, thank you.
I should have called you.
You should have.
Should have called Garrett. But Garrett, it won't stop beeping. What would you do? Oh, I just look up the manual.
I almost want to do it now to see how easy it's going to be.
Okay, I'll Google it for you. What exactly would you look up?
What do you know, the brand and model or whatever?
Yeah, why don't you figure it out?
I'll figure it out.
Big brain Garrett over here. He knows how to fix problems without just shutting off the electricity. He said all the buttons are gone. Panel is on the counter. I think the logo would be on the front of the door. Well, why am I helping you? You're the genius. House full of geniuses. Can't get a dishwasher to stop beeping. Fucking hip. Oh, by the way, if you heard, do you hear that noise it just made when you tried to put the door back in place? That loud bonk. That's because someone was breaking the dishwasher off. Oh, look, there's the buttons. What do the buttons say, Garrett?
So here we go. GE monogram.
Okay.
GE monogram dishwasher. Stop beeping.
Dishwasher. Stop beeping. Let's see what the AI generated answer gives us. To stop GE monogram dishwasher from beeping, you can try turning off the end of cycle beep or resetting the dishwasher. To turn off the end of cycle beep, press the heated dry button 5 times within 5 seconds. To reset the dishwasher, press and hold the start button for 5 seconds. Then press and hold the start and cycle select buttons for 5 seconds.
So you think that would have worked?
But none of the buttons worked.
Oh, the buttons didn't work?
Like you pressed stuff and nothing happened.
Did you press them 5 times?
No. I mean, I'm sure I pressed them 1,000 times, but not really in this exact order.
There's even one button here that says hold for 3 seconds.
I held it for 10 seconds, Garrett. I held it for 20. I held it for various amounts of seconds. And you know what I got at the end of each fucking hold? I knew when to stop holding it because it would go beep. And I was like, well, that's not it. What if I just hold it for an hour?
Oh,
Beep,
wait,
beep,
did you
beep.
try the start reset button?
I pressed that button a fuck ton. That button might be worn off because of how many times I pressed it. Held it, pressed it, held it, held it, pressed it, held it. And then I was like, what about all the buttons? Buttons, buttons, buttons.
How did the buttons not work if they were still powered for it to beep?
Because it was broken.
Yeah.
It was in broken mode. Where the only way to turn off the beeping is to remove it from the house. I'm honestly shocked it's still just not beeping with no power going to it.
Yeah.
It seemed that stubborn where it was just never going to stop. And at first, I'm like, all right, we can make it to Friday because that was the earliest delivery date for the new machine. I was like, that's no biggie. We'll just, every moment of our day needs to be taken up by a very, very loud TV. Easy fix. But it got to the point where even with the TV on, like, full fucking volume, I was imagining hearing it, if anything, but I was hearing it. I'm like, was that the beep? That was the beep. Because sometimes I wouldn't hear it for stretches. I'm like, oh my God, maybe it finally stopped. I think that last round of me slamming the shit out of the door over and over again finally fixed it. And I would think I didn't hear it for like a couple minutes, and then I'd finally relax and like just nestle into bed like,
Oh, I mean, I think I've been here before when it's beeped, like for whatever reason, but not continuously.
yeah.
And it is an annoying beep.
It's a shrill beep.
Yeah.
But it's over now. Yeah, it turns out I bought the same dishwasher.
For real?
I don't think it's a monogram, but it's the same company.
Oh, GE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got great reviews.
All right.
But I guess I mean if it I guess all the negative Caitlin said all the negative reviews people killed themselves from all the beeping. The infernal beep.
Yeah, like a few years ago in my apartment building, I'm on the 2nd floor. On the 3rd floor, the smoke detector either had a low battery or needed just to be replaced, so it was doing the beep. And I'm a floor down and my door's closed, and it's like in the middle of the hallway, like way outside. And it just, for days, it kept beeping. And I'm in my living room and I'm like driving me crazy. And then I finally just like went up there and took it down and left it in front of like the super's apartment. And he was like, what am I supposed to do with it? How did the beeping that fucking annoy you? It was right outside your apartment door the whole time for like 3 days. It was just beeping, beeping. Yeah, you could just
Isn't
like.
he Jamaican?
He was.
Yeah.
They don't care.
It just
Yeah.
it's like hearing birds chirp. What do you want me to do about it? It's just nature, man.
Yeah.
Buildings just do that. And
I can
you were
imagine
like,
if it's in your house.
you were like, "It's Jamaican me crazy." Did you appreciate your Jamaican me crazy humor?
He did.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
They probably changed the battery after that. But yeah, thank God. If Caitlin used her brain instead of just me going absolutely nuts in the kitchen, because I couldn't do it anymore. It's like either I'm breaking or the dishwasher's breaking, but something's going out of there in a body bag.
Can't
Luckily,
believe all you had to do was hit a button 5 times in 5 seconds and it would have stopped.
it turns out all we had to do is just hit the button 5 times. I have to think it wouldn't have worked.
Oh, let's watch this video.
Oh my God, there's a video. I really watched an entire 5-minute video on how to remove a dishwasher, but I didn't look for anything like this. I mean, one quick Google did it how to stop beeping. It just said hit the button. I pretty much got the answer you just showed. It was a little different, but it was like hit the buttons. I'm like, there is no buttons. I can't hit the fucking buttons. But I didn't see. Well, again, this video wouldn't have mattered either, because at the point I was, we were at like, oh, this like won't
There's
stop
no more
beeping. There was already no more buttons.
Yeah.
So even this wouldn't have helped. And yeah, it's the same thing. It's just telling us hit buttons.
Yeah. Okay.
God damn it! Should have just hit the buttons. No, we hit a lot of buttons. But yeah, that was my Memorial Day weekend.
Fun. Beep. Oh my God.
Memorial Day beep wend. But we should start our own do-it-yourself power couple channel. The DIY PC, but white.
But we just break everything.
All right, so here's the video on how to actually take this out. If you're like me and you ain't doing all that shit, here's how to fucking crack this baby open with a bat.
You're trying to knee the door of your dishwasher.
So what you want to do is yank the handle down and put your knee up at the same time, generating force from both angles, and try to get your knee through the dishwasher. Now, after it starts really, really hurting, do one more just in case, but then stop, because then that one's going to hurt extra.
Now, does Caitlin accuse you of sabotaging it because you wanted a new dishwasher?
No. I was already given the green light on buying a new dishwasher a while back. And for some reason, the second, because I was bitching about it, I was like, we need a new dishwasher. This one sucks balls. She was like, all right, just buy one then. I was like, really? All right, I will. And then just was like, well, now that I can, I guess I just wanted to know I could. This one's fine.
Huh. Are you sure you got like the right size and everything?
Sure. Definitely. I measured it.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Good.
You know,
all set.
24 inches across.
When does it come?
Friday.
Oh my God.
I know. That was the problem with the beeping.
So is like the power, is it connected to anything else? Is something else in
just
the house
that
off?
outlet you couldn't use before for
just
the lights.
That one outlet?
That's it.
Oh, okay.
So far as we know.
Also, all her like coffee grinder, coffee
it's just
makers
plugged in
and stuff.
on the other side. There's an outlet on the other side that works.
Oh, all right.
This wasn't a,
it's not a
major.
Yeah.
It's actually so far worked out perfectly. It seemed like there was something on the wall just to shut the fucking beeping off. The beeper breaker.
God, so like finally just one of those circuit breakers, and then you're waiting and waiting. Wait, are you like looking at your watch or whatever? Like, wait, has it been 30 seconds? Or
I woke up to something I would describe similar to Christmas morning. Caitlin woke up earlier and got up with Charlie and did all this before I even got out of bed. I woke up and there was already no beeping, and I'm like, it happened. Santa came. He came down the chimney and shut off our dishwasher.
You would think there would be like some sort of timer. After an hour of beeping, it stops.
You would think. Fortunately, no.
Oh my God. Hey, you still haven't done your dishes. Dishes still need to be done.
Hey, open and close the store again. Hey, you're in the middle of something here. Hey, maybe you don't know. I guess it's for if like you turn your dishwasher on and then go on like a month-long excursion to the Alps. And when you come back home, it's beep. Like, oh, turns out for a full month, I've been getting, my dishes haven't been done. Damn it.
Have you thought about flicking that switch back on just to
I don't even know.
Hear the nice tone again. You kind of get lonely without the tone.
You want to turn it back on? What if we turn it back on and then turn it off again, but it won't stop? I can't make Garrett. I'm getting the baseball bat if that happens. I won't make it to Friday.
It has to have been powered down. It's not going to beep anymore. It's not going to know.
She dozed off on the couch and woke up to me trying to destroy the dishwasher. Was this when it was already fixed? Oh no, not when it was already fixed.
I heard something click. So.
Uh-oh. Something clicked. No beep though.
Because it doesn't know it stopped the cycle now.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, when we turned the whole kitchen off and waited and turned it back on, it wasn't connected, but we should have heard it. I guess it wasn't turned off long enough for a beep. But that's how Caitlin figured it out, is because she turned off all the power again, and then it was still beeping even with all the power off. So she went, "Oh, wait a minute!"
Oh,
and then went to the panel and started turning other shit off and realized the dishwasher had its own breaker.
Yeah, I think now you're good. I think you can leave that circuit on now.
Yeah, I mean,
beep.
It ain't beeping.
You're welcome.
Caitlin said if it goes off in the middle of the night, she's gonna kill you.
Wow.
But yeah, that was
what a fun.
That was what I did in between barbecue and barbecue 1 and barbecue 2.
What was your barbecue? What'd you get? What'd you have? Ribs?
It was your
chicken,
hamburgers, hot dogs.
Hamburger hot dogs, nice.
Hamburger hot dog, corn, clams. Ooh, yeah,
clams.
There was clams,
cooked or raw.
Both.
Nice.
Both of them.
You eat raw clams?
I went for the cooked. I used to, but ever since I vomited to death
from the oysters.
From the oysters, I'm a little wary of the raw shellfish. But I still love the baked clam. These weren't even baked clams. This was like some clams and white wine sauce.
Oh shit! Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a whole loaf of bread for dipping. Delicious.
Nice.
But anyway.
Yeah.
On to the Garrett file.
Well, Justice for Garrett posted the clip of me jumping into the pool and almost drowning myself.
Oh yeah. Tax. I saw this the other day.
Yeah, and I was trying to remember who the guest is. It's someone that was like so boring that Keith was like, "Go put on the green suit outfit and jump in the pool."
I knew it. That was a Keith idea.
Yeah. And like he looks like sort of familiar, or like he used to be someone. I forget who it was, but it was.
Yeah, I can't tell who that is right now. Maybe if I hear him talk. But anyway, that's not even what is important in this video. This is footage of you nearly dying. So let's just have a peek.
Who put those things together?
Yeah, right.
Someone had to
organize
it and direct it, and
there's Garrett in the background.
Great, and they didn't just.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
There was like
Anthony had a velociraptor in his backyard.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that.
Where similar kinds of like shows would go on, and they would do musical numbers.
Woo! Oh yeah.
I think Jamie would see this and be like, "You got more of a gut now than you did in there."
I don't know, like different, sketches and wearing costumes and everything. I also had.
I love how they don't notice you. How did they not notice somebody getting naked? I guess they kind of have their backs to you.
It looks. I look closer than I really am. I don't know.
I remember being like,
there's a whole pool between us and a whole hot tub.
I kind of want to know more about what's that. I want to get up there.
Yeah.
What are they talking about?
I don't know.
And it was just like TV,
Bad idea.
Watching TV.
Don't zip that. Oh, bad idea.
A lot of TV.
Yeah. That seems to be one of the things that people that grew up at that time did.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. I was one of those kids. With my mom would be like, get away, stop.
Yeah.
You can't sit.
It's like a horror movie.
You're gonna ruin your eyes. but hours and hours of watching
He's gonna drown. Oh, you're drowning? He's like he waterboarded. He waterboarded himself.
Oh, wait, I gotta go back. I love that Anthony immediately picked up on the fact that you
I know it's in a second.
killing yourself. Also, look at this. Look at this big splash.
Boom.
Did you get the guests wet? I guess they were far enough away.
Yeah.
Showing off your piece.
because of watching
eunuch.
Hey.
He's gonna drown.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, you're drowning? It was like he was waterboarded. He waterboarded himself. Garrett, I hope you're wearing underwear. That's going to be R-rated. Oh, holy, scared the shit out of me. Garrett. Shit.
Yeah, I still don't even understand the physics of it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why. It felt like I couldn't breathe. There was just like water stuck in my mouth or something. I don't know what it was. Like, it's a breathable fabric.
But I guess the breathable part of it absorbed water, so you're just breathing in water.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, that's like waterboarding. That would have been hilarious.
If I just
you drowned. What a nut. I'm sure Keith made you do that. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. I saw he couldn't breathe. He's like, and we're just sitting here. Look at him.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you made a good splash.
Well, you're in the almost died on the show club with E-Rock.
Oh, yeah.
E-Rock did the cinnamon challenge.
Yeah.
And he just started breathing it in and choking on it. He said it turned like into cement in his throat. Delicious, yummy cement.
Wait, do people have the answer to who it is? Saying Goodfellas?
Goonfellas. No, I don't. He's the little brother from Goodfellas. Oh, that's who he is. Holy shit, the guy in the wheelchair. That is him. Holy shit, it's him. He's the one that Ray what's his name? I almost said Ray DeVito. Ray Liotta says, yeah, keep stirring it. Keep saying he's like, I'm stirring it. That's his big line in the movie. I'm stirring it.
Big get on the Cumia show.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew he was some sort of movie guy that wasn't really a movie guy.
Kevin Corrigan.
Yes, that name does sound familiar.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's funny that Anthony immediately was like, Keith put you up to that, right?
He did.
I wonder what he would have said if you were like, no, it was my idea. Well, that was a bad idea, Garrett. It's one thing for Keith to be pranking me.
Yeah.
You don't want to be pranking me. You don't want to almost kill yourself in a prank.
You can't sue yourself when you die. You can sue Keith when you do.
I said, LOL, Garrett to the rescue of a bad guest. No, turns out he was a great guest. I'm stirring it. I'm in a wheelchair. My legs are bad. I'm stirring it. Is the line of the movie.
Don't remember.
Karen.
I remember that.
My
line.
brother's got bullshit legs, Karen. He can't walk. Karen. I needed that wheelchair. How's he gonna stir the sauce? I'm stirring it.
Oh, he was like all up high.
He had to go like this because he was in a wheelchair.
Can we pull it up?
Of course.
Yeah.
It's the same scene where Beansy from The Sopranos goes, helicopters? You want to see helicopters? Let's show you helicopters. And he gives him cocaine. What was his name? Kevin Corrigan?
Kevin Corrigan.
Kevin Corrigan. Goodfellas. Yeah, that's definitely him. Getting stoned with Kevin Corrigan. Oh, he did a podcast where he got fucking high on drugs. Shit.
Maybe put stirring or something.
Would I lie to you? Is this it? No, this is not it. Someone made a music video out of the Goodfellas movie. That is not what we were looking for. I'm surprised. All right, I guess I could just look up scene. All right, Goodfellas. I'm stirring it. That'll
What's up?
definitely pull it up. Tell Michael not to let the sauce stick. Keep stirring it. Yeah, that's it. Now someone filmed this off their TV. We'll have to just take what we can get. Here it is. Kevin Corrigan's big time.
Wow.
Martin Scorsese moment. This is fucking horrible. Hold on. There's got to be a better. Here, there's a better version right here. This is actually ripped from the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen,
Oh,
tell
there
Michael
he
not
is,
to let
I
the
saw
sauce stick. Keep stirring it.
Henry says don't let the sauce stick.
You tell Henry I
God damn it. God damn it. Some hilarious joker
Oh my God.
took his line away.
And put like an automatic stir in the pot.
Dude,
Henry is going throughout his day.
this video doesn't exist. God damn it. All right, what about
Weird.
this 3-second clip?
Henry says don't let the sauce stick.
Stirring it.
Henry
Stirring
says
it.
don't let the sauce stick.
Stirring it.
And it freezes. Dude, poor Kevin Corrigan. You can't find a
Yeah.
clean version of his big moment at all. Goodfellas, helicopters. This is it. All right. Let's watch the whole scene now because I'm fucking sick of this.
No, I'm not nuts. This thing's been following me around all fucking morning. I'm telling you.
So he thinks helicopters are following him around. And they are.
I'm paranoid. Should bring him the fucking helicopter, and we'll see how paranoid I am. Come on, let's go inside. Yeah, it's done. I don't hear anything. Come on, let's go back to Mother's.
Imagine being coked out of your mind, thinking you're seeing helicopters, but you are.
You are.
And they are following you. Probably feel bad.
You're right.
Oh, here we go. Here's Beansy.
Beautiful. They're great, great. Now, didn't I tell you you were paranoid? Tell it. Didn't I tell you you was paranoid?
Yeah, I need a hit.
You want to see helicopters? Come on,
No,
I'll
it's
show you
all right.
helicopters. Come on.
I've seen enough helicopters.
This is a coke dealer thing to say.
My plan was I had to get home and get the package ready for Lois to take on her trip. Also, I had to get to Sandy's house to give the package a whack with quinine. Plus, I knew Sandy was going to get on my ass. Then I had the cooking to finish at home, and I had to get Lois ready for her trip. Yeah. I'll be there in about an hour. No, I can't. I got my brother tonight. Come on, stop.
His brother,
Talk about it later.
Kevin Corrigan.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Up, here it
Here it
comes.
comes.
Yeah.
Listen, tell Michael not to let the sauce stick. Keep stirring it.
Henry says don't let the sauce stick.
Stirring it.
Listen, you know what to do?
Yeah.
Boom. There it is.
There it is. It
That
did look like
guy.
him.
That
Don't
guy
let the
right
sauce
here.
stick.
Stirring
He almost watched you
You
drown.
almost watched it die.
That guy almost watched you fucking die. It's funny how everything's connected. You're somehow tangentially connected to Goodfellas. This fella who's stirring it was talking to Anthony about God knows what.
Who knows?
While you
Wow.
were pulling off the prank of the century.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump in the pool in the green suit while they're talking. And they're going to go, whoa.
They don't even have the green screen up, so you could see like there's no point to wear the green suit.
No, you just looked very silly. You could have just jumped in the pool, which you were wearing all your clothes. So you really.
No shirt.
Oh, right. That's right.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Thank God. Thank God.
But hey, that's
What's the point of him being in the, like, is he in any other part of the movie? Like, why is he in a wheelchair? What's the reason?
I'm pretty sure he's in another part where he talks to Ray Liotta for another 2 seconds.
But like, he doesn't have to be in a wheelchair for a reason. He just happens to be in a wheelchair kind of thing.
I'm assuming because it's based on a real guy,
Oh, okay.
Henry Hill.
Oh, yeah. All right.
I'm assuming he had a brother that was in a
Okay,
wheelchair.
that
If
makes
not, then
sense.
yeah, this is just a weird fucking thing to throw in a movie. You got your wheelchair brother eye level with the pot of sauce, stirring it, and his entire line, "I'm stirring it." Do you think when he signs autographs, he has to write that in?
Definitely.
I'm stirring it.
You
Kevin
know,
Corrigan.
Anthony said that probably 10 times during the interview. He had to have, right? What else are you going to reference with this freaking guy?
You definitely open and close with it. And I guess, yeah, you probably pepper it in throughout the entire conversation. Anytime he says anything. So we'll get back to your book, but so you're stirring it. Was there real sauce in the pot? Or was it like movie sauce that you couldn't eat?
Did you try it counterclockwise first and decide to go clockwise?
What is it you're stirring with there? Is that a wooden spoon or is that a big, is that a ladle? What is it? I can't tell what you're even stirring with. Now, wooden spoon, is it the one with the 3 holes, the 3 slats? Or is it a full wooden spoon with just
the flat?
The regular one?
Yeah.
And you say you're stirring it. Were you really? Or were you just saying that to get your brother off your back?
Is he double hand stirring it too?
No. I don't think so.
Keep stirring it.
Henry says don't
Oh,
let the
no,
sauce
that's one.
Stirring it.
Stirring it.
I'm stirring it. How do you get cast for that role? He must have just looked like the guy.
I guess.
He had to like look like Henry Hill's brother, or else how?
But does Ray Liotta look like Henry Hill?
They had 500 people read for "I'm stirring it."
Stirring it.
No, not quite what I'm looking for. You need a guy who looks both equally pathetic but charming in a wheelchair. And when he says "I'm stirring it,"
Is that the same movie Scorsese's mom played?
Yes.
Herself.
Basically.
And they didn't give her any lines. It was just like act like these people are coming over late at night and cook them food or whatever. Yeah.
That's what I heard too. Who knows how true it is?
Yeah.
Maybe, she was babbling and Martin was like, "Hey Ma, can you tell the story about the painting or something?" All right, tell that story about the joke, about you're always talking. That's a good one. But
yeah,
that was a nice throwback clip of you.
I haven't seen it since
a near on-air death.
There wasn't that much shit because of Memorial Day. The only thing,
it seems like every piece of shit in the world's on vacation.
The only other thing that was going on was that stupid cheese roll thing, that they do every year, where they throw a cheese down a slope and whoever gets the cheese wins.
Oh, right. By the way, Joey Dago chimed in some Kevin Corrigan facts.
Oh,
actually, some facts about Henry Hill's brother, Wheelchair Hill. He said that's one of the reasons his dad was always angry. Oh, that's right.
Oh, okay.
Because they show in the beginning his dad beats the ever-loving shit out of him. And one of the reasons because he had to work hard jobs for no money. And also, he had a brother in a wheelchair.
Wait, who did he beat up? The wheelchair kid or Ray Liotta?
Yeah, he beat his legs off. No, he beat Ray Liotta up for being a gangster.
Oh.
We're not going to school.
Showed him.
Yeah, it worked. He became the biggest piece of shit. But yeah, the cheese roll. The actual one was this weekend?
Yes. This 600-year-old event, and just this one guy that fucking took a huge header going down.
Yeah, doesn't someone like break their leg every year? Break their leg?
Yeah, people definitely get injured. Supposedly, no one's ever died. I don't know if they have records all the way back to 600 years ago, but at least in recent times. So the first video is like a close-up, and then the second video is a long shot of the same guy.
What the fuck? Holy shit.
So they rolled a cheese down a hill. I'm sure everyone's seen these things before.
But wait, why does it look... Yeah, I'm sorry.
They roll a cheese down a steep hill, and there's like contestants at the top, and they have to run down and try to catch the cheese. And the first one to catch the cheese wins. And some YouTuber from Germany won.
What do you win?
I don't even know.
Did you just keep the cheese?
Yeah.
Bragging rights? Cheese man?
No word on this guy. He's alive, but no word of any injuries or anything like that. But I mean, did he do a double flip?
He did a lot of flips. Well, a lot of more like rolls. That backslide, he slid like fucking 30 feet.
Yeah.
But that initial hop, holy shit! Look at this. He bounces off the ground, but it looks he looks like an acrobat.
Yeah.
Looked like he was trying to do that. After he fell, he like jumped straight in the air.
Yeah, he lands on the back of its head, and then puts his feet out. Oh no! Yeah,
that's incredible. I want to.
And then the second video is just a far away shot from. You see how long the hill is, how steep it is.
This is what people gather to see.
There he goes.
Holy shit. Dude, a lot of other people are falling and they're not going 10 feet in the air. What the fuck did he do?
He tried to go as fast as he could. Everyone else seems like he was in the lead, you know.
He's not though, because look, there's like at the very start of the video.
Oh yeah,
there's already
there's people
1, 2, 3, 4 people like at the bottom. They get like a head start.
I don't know. He went for it. He just was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna run as fast as I can, and whatever happens, happens."
I don't care if Anthony's talking to Henry Hill's wheelchair brother. I'm jumping down this shit.
I'm jumping it.
I'm jumping it. The fact that he fucking probably is in a wheelchair now, stirring sauce somewhere, and didn't win the cheese wheel is very upsetting. Just it's laughing at. Where is this? This England,
Scotland or Ireland? One of those.
Scotland. The big cheese. What's it called?
Cheese roll.
Cheese roll. Maybe we can have the Garrett and Steve annual. Yes, the UK. Cooper's Hill and Brockworth, Gloucestershire, UK. German rolls class rivals and madcap English cheese chase. Well, let's take a look at this guy.
What happens?
Yeah, that makes sense. He looks like the Ubermensch.
Mm-hmm.
Is what
it looks like just the guy that prepares for this event. He trains for this event.
Yeah, his genetics trained him for it. One of Hitler's good boys. England's most curious sporting traditions as a Bavarian Tom Kopke emerged as victorious for the second year running.
Wow.
Wow.
Back-to-back winner.
Yeah, you got to take out the Kopke if you want to eat the cheese. Does it say what the prize is? No. I think you just win the cheese and you get to be the guy who won the cheese.
Uh-huh. Is cheese rolling dangerous? No, it's not.
Yes, it is. No, I just watched that. That looks dangerous. I think sprinting down a hill, regardless of why you're doing it, is a dangerous thing to do. I don't...
Yeah, I don't see how it cannot be dangerous. You know, you're just
still
going so fast and flying now. Oh.
I don't know what delusional part of my brain this is that makes me think I can do stuff like that, but I feel like I could do it. You're just running down a hill.
But steep.
Yeah, just don't go too fast.
And like lean back a little, maybe.
Lean back. Do really just jump the whole way down. Some of the big steeper gaps, just leap and shatter your ankles when you land. Shatter them and fall forward and bash your head off the ground.
Because if you're running down and you jump far, you're falling then like 10, 15 feet.
Yeah. That guy was fine. He said he didn't die. Has there been anyone who ever won by just launching themselves down the hill like that guy did?
Maybe. Like one guy got lucky, right?
Just tuck and roll. Just roll into a little ball and just build up a head of steam.
Like
get as fast
like
as you
Sonic when he
Sonic the Hedgehog your way down the hill. Just get as fast as you can get going and just start rolling down the hill. I think that's the best way.
Maybe
you just tuck everything in.
Yeah, or even just lay sideways and roll down the hill.
Wear a helmet.
Yeah.
and tuck. And you probably break your neck, but you might not. You might just be the first guy at the bottom, and you might be king of cheese.
And super dizzy.
Yeah, you probably.
Yeah.
That would be. But, you know, being dizzy goes away after you puke. I almost forgot about this. Last week, I tried to bring this up, but we ran out of time on one of our shows. And
oh, that's right.
We didn't get to my I labeled it here, Amare Stoudemire Jew stuff. So Amare Stoudemire, ex-NBA player.
Former, yeah.
He was on the Suns. He was on the Knicks.
Knicks
are playing right now, by the way. Are they winning? Ask Amare Stoudemire. He doesn't care anymore. He's
Knicks are down by 8.
What quarter?
Third quarter, 6 minutes left.
I don't even care. It's contagious giving a shit, but
I kind of care.
That's the thing. I've been watching the games now because they're in the conference finals and they're the New York team. But I don't know. I'm 100% a bandwagon. Like,
oh, totally.
I don't give a shit at all normally during like the regular season.
But when they get in the playoffs, I like watching them.
Yeah,
that was the thing. They never make the playoffs in 25 years.
A reason to watch basketball other than my good friend here, Amare Stoudemire. So yeah, ex-NBA player who for some reason decided he's Flynn Goldstein.
Yeah.
He's not only going to switch faiths and become a Jewish man, he's going to become the most Jewish guy in the world.
So, and this was like,
this is his Instagram now. This is what he does. He puts on his cool ass hat and his Jews clothes, and he just gives like Jew sermons. If you'd like to have a listen here.
Yeah, let's see.
Once again, with your
Why does it keep auto muting itself? I hate Instagram. Okay.
Your host Faber Navaham, and we're going to deal with this differently because we have Shabbat and we have Passover.
I have to rewind that again, even though it's not working. Do you hear what he calls himself? Shabama Ramadan. I may have misheard that. Hold on, let me try again.
We're back once again with your host Faber Navaham, and we're going to deal with this differently because we have Shabbat and we have Passover, Motzi Shabbos after Shabbat. So we're going to deal with Passover. And as we see in Passover, that we go through our home, we eradicate all the bread, we search everywhere, we kosher our pots and pans, and we basically do a spring cleaning to get ready for the Chag.
That's what we do. So we kosher our pots and pans to get ready for the Chag. I had my pots and pans in a thing that beeps. That is definitely not ready for Chag.
Isn't this like cultural appropriation or something?
Something.
Right? Like, are the Jews okay with this?
I thought you were going to say, isn't this like AI generated? Isn't this like a glitch in the Matrix prompt? Like this, I'm looking at things that don't add up in my head and they're just confusing me.
No,
it's a black guy with a black voice saying Pasha Shabbat Hasha Kasha Fahag. And it's not computing.
Yeah.
It's fucking my head up.
The bread, because there's yeast inside of the bread and the yeast rises. What does that mean?
Work.
It means also spiritually inside of our bodies, inside of our neshama, that our sin also rises. So therefore, as we remove the bread from our home, that we also should have in mind that we are removing sin from our bodies. And then once we go into the Chag HaMatzot, the Feast of Unleavened Bread, now we
hold on. There was a lot to digest there. He's nailing his Flynn Goldstein impression because he's saying all this Jewish stuff, and I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Like yeast, sin rises in the body.
I don't get that at all.
Like boners, was that what he means?
Maybe.
Like boners, yeast rises in the bread. So we have to get all the bread out of our house because it's giving us a boner. Sin. How does sin rise? Sin rise, sin set?
No idea. Yeah, I can't figure it out. So bread I thought it was going to be like the yeast rise, it makes the bread rise, so it's doing work. And you can't do work on a Saturday or whatever it is. So that's why you can't have it.
No, it's boners.
No, it's because it represents the sin that's rising in.
But then he just started casting a spell. Then he was like, Hanshan Shabbat, Hanshan Shabbat, Hanshan Shen. That's the part I want to hear again is the.
And then once we go into the Chag of Matzot, the Feast of Unleavened Bread, now we have these 7 days.
He explained it.
Yeah.
The Chag of Matzot, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So bread that has not risen. Bread free of sin.
It's free of sin, yeah.
This all makes sense to me. Hey, I think I'm Jewish. I think I just became a Jew.
Congrats.
I want some unleavened bread. You love unleavened bread.
I love matzah.
Yeah, matzah.
Yeah.
The Chag of Matzah.
Tastes like cardboard. Delicious cardboard.
Delicious, scrumptious cardboard. So we describe things as when they taste good. Tastes like crappy, dry cardboard.
What about matzo ball soup? You like that?
I don't know if I've ever had that.
Wow. It's good too. It's all about the broth, really.
Of course.
A big matzo ball in there.
What is a matzo ball? Just a ball of matzah? Is it self-explanatory there? Okay. I like bread a lot.
Softball size though. It's like a big size. It's in the soup bowl. Yeah, and then it's just like chicken broth, or maybe it's something else, but I thought it was just chicken broth.
I do want that.
Unleavened bread. Now we have these 7 days of living with no sin.
Whoa.
And then we go into the Omer.
And then you can
count down 49 days of living sin-free to be blessed with the Chag of Shavuot. And Shavuot is a holiday that commemorates the end gathering.
This guy loves getting
Hashem is now being able to now gather his people, gather his sin-free people so they can inherit Olam Haba. So my brother, to all of us, as we go through Pesach and as we clean out our bread, we also clean out our neshama, we clean out our soul, and we eradicate sin, and we live sin-free, so we're able to live in accordance to Hashem, so we're able to inherit Olam Haba. Kazaka Baruch.
Yeah.
What is happening?
I'm Jewish and shit.
This guy was kind of like a gangster kind of NBA player guy.
And now he's a different type of gangster.
Yeah.
He's a Jewish gangster.
The Jewish mafia.
He really is. I mean, they have their own police. They have their own ambulances. They have their own gangs.
They have their own basketball team.
They have their own basketball team.
Now, what are the comments?
Hashem Globetrotters.
What's the comments on these posts? Does it get any? Is this his? Like, this is the real?
Yeah, this is him. Yeah. But why look Amish? Why look Amish? What the fuck? Free Palestine.
Oh my God.
N-words, swear magic is real. Sins really rise like yeast, so get rid of the bread. What the fuck?
Wow, so not a lot of comments. Oh, no, there might have been more.
Is there more? Oh
no.
It's a sign in.
Whatever. Oh my God. So weird. What is he doing?
He's just, what is he Jewing?
What's he doing?
That's what he's Jewing. This is him now. All of his reels. Oh, just let me watch it, God damn it.
God, why?
Seriously. Oh, I can send it to myself though, but I can't just click another one. I thought I fucking logged in. Nothing but tech diffs today.
Mm-hmm.
Beep. Dude, that beeping really did fuck me up. Beep. And I was the one who was like, oh, it doesn't bother me. It bothered me. At least it ended up bothering me a lot.
Wow, so 750,000 followers.
And do you see what his name is?
Amare Israel.
No, read it again.
Amare Israel.
Oh, I think
Amare Israel.
Amare Israel.
Wow.
Amare Israel. I want to see this one where
Amare
he's
Israel. Amare Israel.
Here, I found a video where he talks about how he became a Jew.
Oh, perfect.
He,
I want to say he became a Jew like before he ended his NBA career, like, right?
Well, maybe he did, maybe he didn't.
We'll see.
We'll have to ask him. Why did this open here? What the fuck? That was weird. There we go. Yeah, you're right. It was when he was playing with the Knicks, of course. Oh, that's funny. How'd that work out? I was playing for the Knicks, and some of the fans approached me, and They said, wow, when you slam dunked that roll of quarters into your pocket, it really gave me an idea that you are like one of us.
For the Knicks for those years, I met a rabbi there, and we started learning every day. I started davening with him, and I was starting to learn about the Judaism at that point. And him and I would learn 3-4 hours a day, even during the NBA season. All my friends would go out and hang out. I would be learning with the rabbis. I would go to the shirim at NYU and totally cultivated by the culture. And being here tonight and being able to accept this award in this space is a remarkable feeling because I don't
Shai Groucho?
Oh, he's getting the Sefer Torah with Shai Groucho and Nachum Einhorn. That's what this ceremony is.
Is a remarkable feeling because I don't learn Torah for this, right? My devotion to God is not to receive awards. It's because I truly love Hashem and I love learning Torah. It's just a passion that I have inside of me. But my reasoning for it is to connect with God. And I think being able to share what I've been learning and to give it over. I've been giving over my weekly Devar Torahs via social media. And it's been very helpful for the Jewish community and also for the non-Jewish community to see what we learn and see our character traits and how we carry ourselves and how important it is to live with these particular
fucking dramatic music.
Oh my God.
He's a Jew.
So inspirational.
I like some of the headwear that they rock. That looks like a very comfy hat.
Warm.
Wearing a slipper on his head.
Now, why no yarmulke?
He's wearing the super yarmulke.
Oh, that's a full hat. I thought
Yeah.
it was just the band around.
No, he's gone. He went beyond yarmulke. Yarmulke. He's wearing like the Amish clothing. He's super deep in. What do you think? What happened that he's doing this?
I don't know. That's what I can't figure out.
Do you think because he actually said like, oh, my friends would be going out and I'd be, davening what I do and Sefer Torah with Nachum Einhorn. Do you think
felon?
What did he go out and do that like scared him straight? Him and his friends would he go to a bunch of Diddy parties?
Yeah,
like
right?
I wonder if he did drugs with Diddy, got tooled up the butt, and he's like, I just got to do something completely different from what I'm doing, man. I don't want to live like this anymore.
The complete opposite, right?
And the rabbi saw him in a Knick game. He's like, you're playing like a man who's been fucked up the asshole, sort of against his will. What's wrong with you?
Did you hear the latest Diddy revelation where it was? I forget who was that. What some rapper that I didn't know the name of. Maybe other people did, but it didn't seem like a big name. But he got invited to a Diddy party, and he goes there, and it's like he walks in the house, and he said it was like 110 degrees inside the house, and we walked in, and he was like, "Oh, it's so hot." He went to open the door, and it locked from the inside, like he couldn't get out automatically, and it was really hot. And then Diddy's like, yeah, just take your shirt off and stuff. It's all right. So he takes his shirt off, and it's Diddy and Nelly are there, and he's hanging around, blah, blah, blah. Then goes into like a side room, and there's Diddy jerking off Nelly. And apparently that's where it's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. Apparently that was the inspiration for the Nelly
That
hit.
sounds really made up. That's where the inspiration for It's Getting Hot in Here came from. He got jerked off by Diddy.
He saw it with
It's
his own
getting
two
hot
eyes.
in here.
So take off all your clothes.
So hot in her.
Ah.
That one sounds far-fetched. I don't know. Is that another Kid Cudi story? Because he's had a couple where like Diddy blew up his car, Diddy broke into his house and raped his dog.
Oh, maybe that name does sound familiar, but maybe because I've heard it from other Diddy story. I know I sent it in like a while ago, but I don't know. I sent in a bunch of Diddy stuff. You try to find it.
I'll have to use my internet. If it's just listed as Diddy, I think it should be doable. But yeah, no, I've heard those stories. I've heard just a lot of this salacious, insane shit. I read something today that Diddy's mom was extremely inappropriate with him, and that's like he says why he's all fucked up. He said his mom used to like open mouth kiss him, and it's just like, oh
with
god,
tongue?
with tongue. when he was like a little kid.
What the fuck?
She didn't do him any favors other than sexual ones. But those aren't good favors. Those are make your son into a serial monster person favors.
Get out of here. I'm sending it.
And yeah, all this stuff I'm hearing, because ever since the Diddy stuff started, a lot of what you see online is like very made up. People kept sharing an audio clip on Twitter, and it was like, oh my God, this is Meek Mill getting fucked by Diddy. And it was very obviously just like
a
black
porno?
Gay porn. She's like, yeah, boy, like it was, you heard cheeks clapping.
Oh,
and she's
yeah.
like, yeah, you like that? And the guy was like, and it's just like, fuck you. This is in no way proof that Diddy and Meek Mill have sex. This is just two gangsters having gay sex.
Now, was it like, well, how was the audio quality?
It was great.
So that means it's fake. Because like if it was just someone filming on their cell phone, it would sound like far away or
it was
echoey.
Crystal clear black anal sex. And it was being shared like wildfire. Like, oh my God, here's the tapes. They're sick. And as soon as I heard 3 seconds, I'm like, are you kidding me? Who's falling for this? And then I read the comments, people like, oh my God, I can't believe what I'm hearing. Diddy's a monster. He's one of the monsters of cock. And it's like, oh, that's right. Like this isn't even AI, like a good big, like fake. This is just people, internet be tricking people. Old time. So this is
UNC UNC or something. 607 UNC. I don't know who that is.
607 UNC story time. What he claimed he witnessed at a Diddy party. I don't know, man. Especially because of the tag on the bottom. This video is for entertainment purposes. This video is alleged, since we cannot verify the legitimacy of these accusations.
So just at the end of this clip, this must have been like another podcast played this clip, and because they come on at the end and they're like, we can't verify any of this story, but this is what we heard.
All right, so we'll say that too. We're professional. This is a business podcast. We talk business here. We cannot verify the veracity of any of these veritable claims. Veribly.
We'll just say allegedly right at the beginning.
Allegedly, Yetzer Hara trap is being sprung as we watch.
Listen.
What?
Listen, I tell you one time I went to a Diddy party, right? It's when we first signed. When Nelly first signed, we had first signed, right? We was in Miami, right? So, and this is a crazy story. I swear to God, my mom, it's all true, right? So we was in Miami, whatever. It's me, it's Nelly, and it's Ali. We riding around, and Ali like, Nelly like, we gonna go to the Diddy party. I'm like, dang, I'm trying to go too. But when we pull up to the mansion or whatever, Ali like, nah, I'm gonna pick y'all up later. He like, make sure you call me when y'all ready. I'm like, damn, Ali, you ain't coming in. So I'm trying to figure out why Ali wasn't coming in, right? So, no, for real. So when we get out the car, right, the first thing I noticed, the person that take your car, he had no shirt on. He just had like a yellow thing on, right? I'm like, damn, what's going on, right? So when I first walk in the door, it's hot. I'm talking about it's so, man, it's like it's 100 and something degrees in here. Man, it's hot as hell, right? So when I first walk in, now I see a couple people that I knew. Rick Ross was in there. I saw Rick Ross. I saw that one nigga played back. Dwight Howard was there. Dwight Howard was there. It was me and it was Nelly. So we come in. I didn't notice everybody else, right? But it was like all liquor. On the side, I didn't see Ciroc, but it was like all other kind of liquor. And then on the other side, it was a big thing full of like water, right? It was like, oh man, 500. It was more waters than it was then. But it's true what you said. Because when I went back to the door,
goddamn music is so annoying.
Why at it?
It's like dramatic hip hop music. This guy's telling like a silly story. There's this dramatic retard music in the background. And there was waters.
I couldn't get out. The door automatically locked. Listen to me. The door automatically locked from the inside, right? So I'm in there, so I'm chilling, right? I'm getting hot. I forget what I had on, but I take my shirt off. Everybody got their shirt off because it's so hot, right? So at this time, Diddy is talking to Nelly. He got his arms around Nelly like this the whole time. Nelly got his other arm around him. And they talking about the song, they talking about this. I'm like, yeah. So at the same time, Diddy like, come back. So I go up to get a drink. I lose Nelly. I'm like, I'm ready to go. It's getting too hot. So I got to call Ali. Because remember, Ali told me to call him when I'm ready to go. So I'm like, cool. I'm looking back. I can't find Nelly. So I go in the other room. I open the door. I swear to God, my mama, I ain't lying. Nelly ended up getting a hand job from Diddy.
Hey, yo, Paul.
You seen that? Nelly, he was getting jacked off by Diddy. I swear to God,
But you
my mama.
seen that shit. You seen
I
that.
seen it with my own eyes, man. I swear to God, my mama. I seen it. Listen, I'm like this. I'm like, damn.
You know what that's called, right? You know what that's called, right?
No, Nelly was getting jacked off by Diddy, gang.
But that's conspiracy that you conspire to Nelly jacking someone off, nigga.
Gang, I swear to God, mom, listen. After
you conspire to.
Yo, see, no, after that happened, Nelly put out that song, It's Getting Hot in Here, so take off all your clothes. That's where that song came from.
Let's take a sip.
I swear to God, my mom.
The song came from.
That's where it came from.
See? You don't believe him? He swore on his mom's
Irrefutable proof.
on his mom a bunch of times.
Nelly got jerked off by Diddy. That's how they wrote those two songs. It's Getting Hot in Her and Diddy Jerked Me Off. They wrote a song
that was the B-side.
It inspired two different tracks on that album by the Saint Lunatics. Yeah, that one. I believe every part, but for maybe I don't know why would he? I guess why would he lie other than to have a funny story to say on a podcast?
Mm-hmm.
But
seems a little intricate. You don't make up weird little facts in a story that don't make sense, or I don't know. Like he had a little too much info there where it'd be made up.
But what if he just went to a party where all that happened?
Except,
and he told and like it was it was boring, just like, oh, you went to a party, like, oh, I get it, like he made it really hot so people would take their clothes off. I get it, but also but then he jerked Nelly off and they wrote that song It's Hot in Here. That's also what happened. Now all of a sudden that's like a bombshell, oh my God, story. There's one little tweak in the details. Now all of a sudden it's a whole different thing.
True. Yeah. It did seem a little coincidental that it was hot in there and then he wrote the song It's Hot in the Air. And
like, what if I told either of our stories? You went to a bed and breakfast and you talked to this lady who's like annoying you and giving you this egg bowl thing and she won't shut up. But then she jerked you off. Then she turned up the heat and came to your room and was like, is it hot in here? There, let me help with those pants. It's too hot in here. And then you got beat off at the B&B. There's a B&B.
It would have made it better. You're right.
Yeah, it would have added a little extra.
Yeah.
That's what we should do. We should come back from long weekends and make up just tell a story that we actually have, but then add right at the end. And then the guy jerked me off.
So my dishwasher was beeping and I kicked it a few times. Then I put my dick in the dishwasher and it jerked me off.
Then I jerked off in it.
Taught it a lesson.
I turned off all the breakers and jerked off in the dishwasher. So, now who's beeping? Huh? You piece of shit. Still hasn't beeped. I think the breaker's still on.
Told you. Fixed it.
Learned its lesson.
Yeah.
Too many beeps in this home and you get jerked off in. Turn up the heat. Well, that is about all the time today.
Thanks for all the super chats, everybody.
Yeah, who did we piss off? Jesus Christ. You guys just watching Stancil now when he tells everyone to stop doing that? Christ, we got the business today. I guess everyone's still
on vacation.
Saving their vacation money.
Yeah.
Either that or they're just giving all their money to Gino and Keanu.
Ooh.
They're
fire.
Dabbleverse heroes right now, or villains. They're always very well hated.
Some people hate him. Some people, or people like Keanu at least. The word on the street is she showed Melton and Ricada what's up or something.
She showed them. What for?
Yeah.
Like this. She went, you boys want to see what I'm hiding under this here shirt? It's my nibbles.
She pulled up a big poo.
She reached into her shirt and pulled out a football-sized turd. Said it was a big old poo in there. I can't put it in the toilet because Gino's plumbing can't handle my loads. But no, yeah, she was on like a 5-on-1 dabble bait.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
I didn't watch it, but I read the comments.
And they got like all angry at her and she stayed calm.
That's the thing. I heard she cried a little bit, but for the most part, I saw a clip of it where she gave the lawyer, Nick Recato, the business.
Who's going to jail for 28 days. Yeah.
That's a lot of days. Doesn't sound like a lot.
No.
But I think if you're in jail for 28 days, you disagree.
Yeah,
the second the door shuts and you're no longer in control of when you do stuff and you have to take shits next to a man or men if you're in jail.
But if you know it's only a month, it's like, can I just use this month to cleanse myself?
I think you just
like you're not going to like maximum security prison.
Well, not worse. No, maximum gonna get my truck do security. No, but I think just it's definitely not as bad as if you're in there longer. But still, I think the moment that door closes behind you, you're just like, fuck. Anything can happen now, and I can't really control any of it.
It's probably like one of those 500 bunk beds in a room prison, like you're not even in a cell. I'm assuming
not even in a cell. You have to sell your ass to the entire fucking block just to survive. Unless you're one of those guys who thinks he's gonna just punch the biggest, blackest guy in the place.
Just bring a few books or whatever. You
don't have to bring books. You can't bring stuff.
You can't. You can't bring a book.
Anything you bring, they take. And then
books.
You might get it back when you're released, but you also might not.
There's probably a library in the prison. You could take out some books.
Probably, yeah. You can, read War and Peace.
Yeah, the Bible. I'm sure you can read the Bible.
Jail Diddy is jerking off Jail Nelly right in the bunk next to you. You gotta fucking just read your stupid book and pretend that's not happening.
Do you see the latest picture of Diddy from jail where it's all gray and looking old?
No,
like he fell apart quickly.
Well, that's what happens. That's what happened to fucking Weinstein.
Oh God, yeah.
Didn't he die? If he didn't die, he looked like he was about to die. He got in trouble for being a little what's the word?
Pervert?
Curvy with the ladies. And he aged like 300 years in a month.
Yeah. All of a sudden he was in a wheelchair. He couldn't stand. It looked all. But the thing is, they all have dyed their hair.
Oh God, the
courtroom artist drawing.
Yeah, the courtroom drawings. They're always great. That's what he looks like now. Actually, that one's not as bad. Some of them are really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like this one. Like, wouldn't you hire someone who can do that and I don't know, makes the face look like a face?
I don't get them at all. Or just let someone take a picture. Then you don't have to.
Yeah, why do they even have to do this? Why can't you? There's cameras allowed in some courtrooms.
Yeah,
recording the entire thing. That's not happening in this case. They're not recording the entire trial because that's
why wouldn't they?
That's insane to me.
Yeah.
Oh look, he's got his Bentley back. Bentley T. Farnsworth, his lawyer with his little bow tie.
I saw a picture not a drawing, but whatever. But he looks just great. Like that, all the gray hair and looking old.
Law and crime. P. Diddy not eating in jail and paranoid of poisoned food.
Oh boy.
He thinks he's going to get Epsteined. That means he's got some more dirt on people. He thinks he's going to get killed. He hasn't unleashed all the dirt.
So many people have been connected to his parties. Who knows if they really are, but everyone, every black celebrity I've heard of has been it's rumored to be at his parties. I even think Obama went to one. I heard that.
Yeah, I heard him and he jerked off
Michelle.
He jerked off Michelle at a Diddy party. It was really, really hot in there, and that's what his excuse was. He was like, Nelly, it'd be a great song about tonight. You should write a song about tonight. It's so hot in here. He probably go, it's really hot in here. Let's go play basketball.
Let's go jerk off Michelle.
I am getting so hot. I'm going to jerk Michelle off. With a little bit of and a little bit of Yeah, I like it when you yeah, baby, give me Husband and wife, 2 dicks. Anyway, that's the end of the show. Thank you for our pity chats, J Nate.
Thank you, J Nate.
He says your sister's ass XL. And thank you, Johnny Claire. Love me some Johnny Claire. I had an email from him that I wanted to get to. We could do it tomorrow.
You got to hit that shit.
Oh, that's right. You need to live your best life. Hit that shit. All right. Living my best life. Living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you niggas. Living my best life. Yeah, I guess we got to figure out a way to encourage the super chatting. Like Kevin Branny, he's posting his chat numbers like every day now. He makes good money. Talking about like Gino and shit. I guess that's the key. We have Gino on, like on the phone and stuff, and when we go to his apartment, he comes on the show. But for some reason, that doesn't get the money flowing. No, and we have to talk about him, and watch clips of him, and that'll get us where we're trying to be.
I mean, we did the whole Gino infomercial thing on our show with Gino there.
I guess that's not appealing.
Yeah.
What we should have did is watch the Gino infomercial with Gino there, but not let him talk.
Yeah.
And just be like, guy sucks. He's an idiot.
I can't believe he's doing this.
What a fucking idiot. Fucking guy's a bum. He ain't got no money. Stupid Gino. $700. But anyway.
Now they're pouring in.
Now, when it rains, it pours. Edie is living her best life. Edie Cam, hit that shit. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. But it's time of the show where for one of the last times this month.
Oh, yeah.
And ever, it will be, the forecast is going to call for some memes. It's raining memes. I already have the idea for the next month.
Wow. Okay.
Pretty much already set in stone.
Perfect. Have to hire someone to sing it, I guess.
Well, gonna have to get on the phone, call the AMA award-winning artist.
Yeah. Ask me anything.
Gonna have to turn up the temperature in here, jerk someone off, and through this process, it will inspire lyrics that are Billboard chart topping hits.
Can't wait.
But until then, it's raining memes. Thank you, Mems.
Thank you, Mems.
Being on our beautiful board.
Yeah.
It's the Garrett Steve commemorative plaque. And it's raining memes. Hallelujah. It's raining memes. Hey, memes. Got Caitlin Cott, Mama Reno, Edie Gunty, Nick Giordano, Charlie Chicago, Deadpool, Jeremy, M. Stock, Marshall Bowe, Bray Moose, Pete, Fitzy, Dominic, Richard Kelly, Josh Words, Mike Liggio, Mitchell, Chris Bird, Jimmy Z, the giraffe stand turning our necks support. Matt Bugatti, Asia as Thompson. Old Youngin, Bob Van Patrice. Doogie 7626. Justice for Garrett, Jane, Thomas, Larry, F. Ooh, Turd, Angelo, Mark, DeGraci, Cynthia, Darcy, Shuss, Eric and Lashka, and Max, and Lucy and Clara, Rockman, Jose Delgado, Jay, Stews, Cluster, Payne, Jammin', Jay, Nate, Gina, Marie. It's raining ma'ams. Hallelujah, it's raining ma'ams. Beverly, Jay, Quan G, Johnny, Heather, the hooker, Jonathan, McDuckus, AJ, Michael J, Birdsey, and Harold, Who's Channel 666, Lindsay, Sappadoosh, Steve's ass. This Giga Nets it, Aaron Krabs. Gold members, get cash. That's the black. That's my ass. It's raining bells.
Woo!
It's
Sad
like
to see that one go.
music to my ears. Forget jerking someone off to inspire lyrics. I could jerk off to that song. God damn. Hard as hell. Bob Fan Patrice, right at the buzzer. Speaking of the buzzer, did the Knicks lose yet? Or did they win?
They're down by 15 with
Oh.
8 minutes left.
That's a bad amount of points to be down.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Up, down by 12 now.
Oh. Only
Just
9.
three.
Okay. They can do it.
They got it.
Come
9
on,
minutes
Knicks.
left.
Come on. I'm a diehard Knicks fan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start dressing like Spike Lee during every game. You have big stupid glasses and big dumb outfit. But anyway, Bob Fan Patrice. Call Gino gay. Looking forward to Thursday. That's a good way to get the super chats pouring in. We'll just sit here and say nothing else.
Yeah, until you tell us what to say.
We'll just Gino's gay. Gino's gay. Gino is gay.
Gino's gay.
Gay is Gino. Gina gay. Did you real quick, did you tune in to the marathon of Anthony Cumia shows over the weekend?
I did not, but I heard was it yesterday where he filled in for Sid at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Then did I guess it must have been Sunday. No, because
they filled in for Bill O'Reilly
then
at night.
Yeah.
He's a workhorse now.
Maybe he did his show Sunday night, then filled in for Sid in the morning.
All I know
Monday,
is,
and then Bill O'Reilly. Yeah.
in one of the shows he had Norton on, and I haven't listened to it yet, but apparently it was a big hit.
Really?
Which why wouldn't it be? But like, it's good to hear. Like, I'm excited to hear that because a lot of people were writing that it was great and tagging ABC in it, trying to make it a thing.
Oh,
and I almost can't imagine something being on the radio that I actually want to hear.
Yeah.
That's like such a foreign thing at this point to me. Like, radio to me is completely gone. It's dead. There's no reason to listen to anything on it.
When's the last time I listened to regular radio? I can't even think. I listened to Anthony's first show, but that was like even on the app or whatever. I've never been in a car or anything where someone just turned on the radio.
And forget me, even as like just listening to it. The fact that I was on Twitter and I was reading people complimenting a AM radio show, genuinely saying that they fucking loved it, and they were pulling references from the show, talking about things they said, and I'm like, that doesn't happen.
No,
that's not a thing. So they should obviously pay them whatever they want and make it a thing, at least once a week or once a month or something. I mean, I know they're already doing it once a month.
Wasn't this like 2 weeks in a row with Norton? I want to say he was on last week too.
I also want to say that.
It seems like it's going to be a thing coming now.
Should be an official thing.
Yeah.
O and J. They should bring back the old music.
I
We
think
just
it's-
like old times,
I think
Garrett.
it's A and J.
Oh, duh.
But Keith must be so pissed if it works out, because he tried for 10 years to get Norton to come and do the show with Anthony.
I know.
It just didn't work. Well, because Norton had a serious job at the time.
The timing wasn't right.
Yeah.
And yeah, if it just works out now, he's just, I'm going to throw Garrett in the fucking pool with a drowning suit on again. They'll see. They'll all see. I had the good ideas. Yeah, that fucking, it would have been even better if it timed to where like,
Oh my God, if it was on
Norton
Compound.
came to Compound, because they have to watch what they say on
Yeah.
radio. Hopefully they smarten up a little bit and put out an uncensored version online.
But they
I mean,
can't.
well, they can. Yeah, I guess they can. They don't have a dump button.
I doubt it.
They used to do it for like the XM
They
show.
did. But maybe they do, but I don't know.
Well, not the XM. Well, I don't know.
The K-Rock on XM, yeah.
But at this point, it's been so long since that show's been off the air.
Uh-huh.
Whatever fucking form it comes in, fine. It's not me. It's like there's tons of people that still like. When those two were together, it's different than when they're doing shows
separately
alone. It's not the same at all.
Yeah, because they each have good shows on their own. It's not like they're struggling without each other, but yeah.
No, it's just I think more people would listen to it overall.
Well, they already gave them like a video feed.
Yeah.
So now there's video of the show. Yeah. Smart.
Bigger and brighter things coming for the Coom.
For the Coom. Thank
Yeah.
God. He needed it.
It was funny. I was actually thinking like he, merged with censored so we can stop doing stuff.
Uh-huh.
He didn't want to have to pay anybody. He didn't want to have to think about anything. He just wants to do his show and that's it. Now he's doing like 8 shows a week. He's working more than I think he ever has in the last like 5 years at least.
Yeah, we're talking about all the shows he did on ABC, but he also does all the shows on
censored one, yeah.
Compound. Yeah.
The Compound.
Oh my God.
He's really putting that ticker to the test. Flying in jet setting, going in and out of New York. It's really funny. But good on the Coom and Norton. Hopefully it's an actual thing. But anyway, Adam Simon says, Slayer, Slayer, yeah. Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Simon.
you, Adam.
Thank you for reminding everyone of Slayer. But that's
the show. See you guys tomorrow.
All the time we have. We'll be back tomorrow. Same gay time, same gay place. Hope to see
Later.
you there.
Love you.